different things to
He
do. So
disappeared
I'm
over
trying to
here.
be nice.
What happened?
He disappeared over here.
Fucking Opie.
There he is. He's back. Can we get him off?
Let me make sure that you
Can we get him off 2 of the screens? We got him on 3. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, you ain't shit, dude.
That's a lot of
fucking.
Oh.
I can't minimize that one, but I can this one. Fuck this.
Your
one.
overlord is talking to you.
Get rid of
Good.
him.
Warning. You all be dumber after listening to this podcast. These conversations are meant to be fun, so do not take this to heart. We are 4 morons talking out of our ass. Criticism is welcomed and encouraged. Now enjoy the show.
I got pointy titties. That motherfucker great right there. White duck square, son of a bitch. Oh, that's good. So be
Oh, hello. Welcome to this podcast that we're trying to run, and apparently it's January, so if you're under the age of 40, you basically don't care about it anymore. I guess that you enjoyed this time and effort to put into it, unlike AJ and Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, can we give him only so many my kids are sick bullshit outs? Because he's used that a lot.
Dude,
although
actually,
his kids are sick a lot, aren't
you're
they?
right. But I will say, as soon as I got that text yesterday, by his kids being so sick, like one was up at 4 a.m. vomiting and all this stuff, I went out and I bought 2 air purifiers, one for their house and one for Kayla's, because I'm so sick and tired of those kids being sick and tired.
Yeah.
Like, there's something causing it other than school, because, I don't know, we all went to school for at least 12 years.
I'm telling
Tara
you, the
works
first
at
week,
a
did they go to
school.
daycare and stuff before?
They go to daycare too and
Or
everything.
did they? I mean, but it's just like a germ factor because people can't afford to keep their kids home, so they send them to school sick because
when we had our kids in school, not even when we were in school. Like when we were in school, we had single parent, or one person working, one person at home.
Yeah.
But now we're back. But when we were,
my
when
mom
we
was
had
a
kids,
hooker, so no. I wasn't.
Well, yeah, but she was home during the day.
Yeah.
No, that's
all
what
her
she
business was at night, early morning.
No,
Yeah.
it was in the morning. She's not a night person.
She was a morning hooker. So she hit the third shift, guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all right,
On the way home.
Opie's just a swimming cesspool of old man alcoholic sperm.
A little bit, yeah. Actually, no, it's the Ford plant by where I live.
Is it the Ford plant? All right, my bad.
Yeah, it was a Ford plant.
Same difference.
Yeah, so
Same union.
I'm just trying to figure out. So I guess my question is there more bugs that are going around now, or is that kids are just such pussies now?
No,
it's like, oh, he's got a sniffle, send him home.
One thing, we don't eat and drink real food anymore.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's true.
Hey, red dye.
We have so much preservatives, yeah. And
Shut
then
down the red
honestly,
dye.
yeah, red dye number 3. Goodbye.
Yeah. Well,
so
yeah,
you
in
go.
3 years, by the way.
And Mother Nature's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No, Mother Nature's not happy with us.
Well, we have.
She's not happy with us.
Yeah.
We have been playing just the tip with the whole thing for too long, and she's pissed now.
Oh, dude, we've done anal with her now.
Trying to get rid of California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I'm so pissed that she didn't start with Iowa.
No, it's corn. Corn's good.
Yeah, but those people are bad.
We got bees and
People in
stuff
Iowa
like
are
that.
just bad.
But we got
people, dude.
bees and
And well, she
corn.
asked me, I could tell her exactly which areas to wipe out. I know which ones they are.
Yeah.
I've been there. I know. Give me a call.
I spent enough time in Iowa.
Yeah. So you know too. Well, this got off to a roaring start.
Yeah.
We'll be talking
Depressing
about
fucks.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get off my damn lawn, you little fuckers!
We're all gonna die.
Since it's off season, we gotta get this all in.
Shit.
Bear's doing that. Come on, OP, come.
Yeah, stretch
No,
it, stretch it.
stretch
No,
it.
fuck that. Let's get just
Boy,
like my
hands.
wife says, let's get off early.
Oh, that again. Oh, good for her. Anyways, so we don't have fantasy football. Oh no, we do. We're gonna talk about the other league. And if you want to know why we call it the other league, it's because you still are lagging behind in championships by, I believe 5 still. So until you catch up, you're still the other league. But we're going to talk about people who think they should protect. Talk about, Barry came up with a really cool thing for our survivor pool since we all tied at the end on the 8th try.
Yeah.
Tell us about
Except for me, I didn't tie because I went against the Bears.
No, and I'm glad you did your picks because you did really bad. So I'm glad you didn't make it in. You started off so horrible.
But the TD pool, I don't care because not that I don't care about how I do. I actually still want to win it. But with the TD pool though, it's easy to play catch up.
Oh, that's true too. You get one weekend where you get two guys that get 5 touchdowns. You just equaled last week, and then whatever else it's just gravy.
You hit a tight end that goes off or a wide receiver that goes off, you've made up your touchdown.
Yeah.
I haven't hit a tight end in a long time.
There you go.
Anyways,
there's a lot of wide receivers you've been chasing.
Hey, son of a bitch, you know who you are. And so we'll talk about Distillery player protections and talk about last week's picks and do some picks for this week for wild card. It was not very wild. It was ass whoopery except for the Washington Buccaneers game, and we kind of thought that too. Nobody was really that excited about it, and I didn't realize that Sam Darnold became Sam Darnold of 5 years ago. He just reverted the last two games.
He did a couple times during the season, in my opinion. Anyway, there's several times where it's like, oh look, he's back the way he was before.
Big pressure
35 touchdowns though, man. That's a lot of touchdowns.
Well, no, he had a great season, but I think he had a great season against mostly average teams.
A weak schedule.
Yeah,
he did have a weaker schedule, and so did a couple other teams that made the playoffs. So didn't make it. They didn't make it last year, and the reason why is because they had a little bit easier schedule. Rams were one, I think, two. They had an easier schedule. So
and I think with Sam Darnold, it's twofold. He had an easier schedule, but he also, he is one of the best coaches in football from a quarterback standpoint.
That's true.
KOC is a different animal, so he had the best of both worlds. I don't think unless Grim and I were talking before we got on about him. The Steelers are talking about getting him next year, or may talk about it. Who knows? I don't know. But if you don't have a great offensive coordinator or a great quarterback system, it ain't gonna do you any good.
I don't want.
You've got to have a good offensive system.
Let's take a turn around the coaching carousel in the NFL since we're talking NFL stuff. Let's do that because you're looking at because you brought it up. You're talking about Kevin O'Connell, fantastic young coach. Hate to admit it, Green Bay's got a really good young coach. Detroit, he's a
whiny little bitch, but he's a good coach.
He is. And Detroit's got a pretty young, really good coach. Why are the Bears exercising the thought of Mike McCarthy? Is it because he's got just as big as neck as everybody else in Chicago? Because that guy goes straight from forehead to navel in the same width. Buying a suit jacket for him must be impossible.
He's a poor man, Andy Reid.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, Andy Reid's at least he's got the walrus shape. At least he's got a shape and creature. He looks like on Doctor Who, the Potato Warrior guys. I can't even remember their names. But if you ever go look at them, they look like potatoes. They're big brown guys. And that's what Mike McCarthy looks like. We got to find. I want to find a picture.
He reminds me of one of the Ryans, Rex, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. And they're younger days.
Lesser Ryan.
Like, hey, look, like he's a distant cousin or something like that. Fucking douche.
Yeah.
No, honestly, the only thing that I can say that can give them any glimmer of that conversation is to try to tell everybody how serious they are about. There's no way I don't think that they actually bring him in. Now, what I don't get is they saying that he's a quarterback guru, right? That's the idea. Is that he had Aaron Rodgers. Look what he did with Aaron Rodgers. He had Dak. Look what he did with Dak. Well, look what he did with him. Aaron Rodgers was a great quarterback, no doubt about it. But Aaron Rodgers became a great quarterback because of Aaron Rodgers and who he is.
Yeah.
The talent he had, the people the way he studied the game. As much as I hate the fucker, he was a great quarterback, but he also has one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The other one he's known for is Dak, right? Well, what's Dak done? He might as well play for the Steelers. He gets to the playoffs and loses the first round, or go back to the Packers because that's what they do.
Yeah.
To me,
it is.
It's a silly.
I think if you don't balls out, go after Ben Johnson and go at him hard and give him everything and then some for money and of course less GM powers too because he's too young.
Yeah.
But let's say, dude, Here it is. This is you. This is Caleb Williams. He's your project. This is your offense. Look at all the weapons you want. You got. Do you want somebody else? We're gonna try to go get it. And that's what you do. You can't. This is one of those things where it's very rare to have a younger guy. I actually think they should have probably got the Seattle coach last year. Instead of
I don't know his name.
McDonald.
Oh yeah.
And because I talk about what he represents for defense, that is total Chicago.
Well, I don't
mentality
understand
and everything. So, but
on top of that,
you can't miss out on a good young coach.
Yeah, and on top of that, the other ones you're talking about are all defensive coaches. Well, are we offensive minded or not? And I don't care one way or the other. They can bring in another defensive coach as long as they bring in somebody next to them that can fucking teach this kid how to play football.
Yeah.
That's
All
all.
the defensive guys they're trying to bring in don't have good offensive. They've never had good offensive minded with them guys.
No, but yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
Brian
don't know.
Flores, he's on top of the list. I think if you want my prediction, here's how I think it's going to go. I think Tom Brady lured Ben Johnson to Vegas because he already said,
with a van.
Pretty much.
Hey,
because
Ben,
he said
look at the candy.
He said he will not interview for that team. And then he had a phone call with Tom Brady and said, all right, I'll be out there this weekend. So now they're talking. So I think he goes to Vegas and win it with fucking McCarthy, and most of our fan base puts their head through a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows that guy's a fucking joke. He's never been a good coach.
No, he's not been. And that I can't understand why Ben Johnson would ever go to such a detrimental place as the Raiders. That you want to suck dry
money and opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you change the Raiders organization around though. That's even bigger than changing the Bears around.
Your next job is your own check. I mean,
yeah, that's exactly right. That's a huge, even in Vegas. I mean,
even if you get to the playoffs round 1 or 2, and you were the coach, and you don't do anything the next 2 years, you still got them there.
So the problem with going to Vegas, in my opinion, is more personnel than anything. Who the fuck? Exactly. Who's going to quarterback that team?
If I'm Ben Johnson, I look at I got Caleb Williams, I've got 2 good running backs, I got 3 good receivers, and I have. Yeah, well, I was considered the tight end too.
Keenan's gone. Well, no, because Keenan's gone.
So. Yeah, so I was considering the tight end as the receiver, and you can improve on your line, of course, but
you can do that in the draft this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of good opportunity that way, and by the way, your defense played really well last year.
Yep.
And for what they put out there and the injuries and everything, and for the guys that they didn't, have, as talent wise, but they have.
I think talent wise, that defense talent wise was one of the tops in the NFL. It just was a lot of injuries.
Well, I'm sorry. That's what I was getting to. With all the talent, the injuries, they couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it kept piling up on them, and you can only go next man in for so long, and
only so deep.
You got a defensive back, your best safety, who's got probably CTE and probably going to murder people later on as early as next year because the guy can't fucking see straight still. Yeah. And you got a defensive line that every time you turn around, somebody twisted an ankle or banged up a knee or something. I mean, it's next man in worked for about 3 weeks, and then it's like, fuck, I don't know, pull this guy off the reserve from Indianapolis and see what he can do. So.
Yeah, and that's always tough. You can't go through a good game plan that way, but. That's not why the Bears lost the last how many games either. I mean, it was
their offense mostly. Coaching.
It was. Yeah.
Fucking up the times, as far as clock management, all that good stuff was a big issue. I mean, the number of 1-score losses was ridiculous.
It is. Yeah, just a lot of just buffoonery going on. So speaking of buffoonery.
That's a big word for
it is.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Wednesday.
AJ's not here to fucking bitch at all the freaking words I like to use. Big old dumb.
We're making fun of you. We got a basketball league named Buffoonery, so we get it.
It is, yes. So we like to use the vernacular. So speaking of buffoonery, let's talk about the Steelers and their a little bit. Yeah, kind of sideways.
Talk
So
about the Steelers, Graham.
I don't want to.
no, I'm going to bring
I
it
wanna.
up because the
No, they
coach
did look
said,
bad. They look like they
coach
didn't even
tells
want
the
to play ball.
NFL, he tells the NFL, don't bother trying to trade for me because it's not going to happen. So what he's telling the Steelers is that you're either going to fire me or I'm staying. And
Yeah, I should have fired him.
And I think you're right. And it's not a one and done like they did with New England or even in Las Vegas. This guy's had plenty of time. He started off. He showed all the promise. He showed everything.
18 years.
18 fucking years.
He did, and he created a good.
You yelled at me.
I know. He created a really good system, but then when you weren't a part of the system exactly, he ran you off.
He's not compromising. He's not moving away. He's not growing with the league.
And you can't tell me that Pickens is not either. Somebody didn't know that Pickens was going to be a total dickweed the way he's been the last 2 years, his attitude, especially this year, not being a team player. But man, does this seem familiar?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it just because they're getting guys like that, or is it the coaching that makes guys want to act?
I do like our GM. I think our GM did a good job this year pulling together stuff. Omar, I think he did a good job. I mean, we got Russ for nothing. We got Fields for nothing. He made some.
Yeah,
you did.
He made some good moves.
You got to the playoffs with nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
here again, you had some talent. You just
right.
you didn't have to spend a whole lot of money to get it, which means you could put it somewhere else, like in your defense.
Right.
You guys do very well.
So I mean, but Russ has got to go. He's done. I mean, he should have went. He shouldn't have started the last 3 games. He got happy feet again. He looked like he Russ in Denver for the first year.
Yeah.
He just poor clock management. He wasn't a pro. He looked like a rookie out there, and then bouncing around on his happy feet, throwing off nothing. I mean, he ain't got the arm strength for that anymore. So I would have rather seen Fields take a shot at Baltimore. I think he would have been better suited for their defense and more options to run and everything else. But the game sucked. They looked. Nobody on the team looked like they wanted to be there for the first half. We went in there starting the game like we're done. I mean, it's one and done. So no fire, no nothing.
That's coaching.
Yeah, that is coaching. That's exactly my point. Is it if the coach can't get him ready for a playoff game, then why is he there?
Yeah,
I mean,
well, and that's the other thing too.
I've been against Tomlin for a while. I mean, but,
yeah, I know you have. And was it a coaching thing not to play Justin Fields, or was it
I think it's a pride thing.
Well, no, because if they didn't play him so much, they wouldn't have to give such a good draft pickup. So they only have to give us like a 6th round now.
Yeah, it could be a financial thing, but then you're just saying we're not going to take a shot. And if the team knows that, hey, we're going to come back next year, we got Cam Hayward that's probably not going to come back next year. 14 years in the league. I don't know if his body will take it again. Watt's looking to get out. Your defense is falling apart. I mean, it's
Hightower for a while.
Yeah, I like Hightower. I like Herbig. I think we'll be okay even if Watt leaves. But now they're not going to be as good as Watt, but yet 2 good guys on the edges there that can create some havoc. So I don't think Watt will go anywhere, but I mean, I know Cam is, and that sucks because I really like him. But
yeah, just age catches up with you.
Like 14 years. I mean, I'm surprised he played.
He looks
this
like
year.
he like half the plays watching him play. Half the plays he looks like he's just lumbering.
Yeah,
and then the other half he is fucking unstoppable.
It's like he's gonna dig down deep and find it.
Like, all right, fuck it, here we go.
And then he fuck. That hurt.
Coach, take me out. No, stay in there. Well, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm just gonna stand here because it fucking hurts.
Fucking snap the ball and he stands there like this with his arms up against the guy. Fuck it.
Yeah, so what you're looking at changes. I'd really like to see him move on from Tomlin. We just won't do it. I don't know why. The Rooney's just. Again, they're stuck in a rut. The ownership's stuck in a rut, and so is our coaching staff.
Well, and that's the thing. People don't realize just because you're making the playoffs doesn't mean that you're not in a rut. If your ceiling is only so high, you'll never go above that ceiling. So it's gonna be that's a tough sell to Pittsburgh fans too, because consistency is key. And they got that.
I think the fans are over it now.
You think so? Okay.
Over. I do. I think from the website I've been reading, the stories I've been reading, the fans are calling for it. I mean, that's why he was asked in a press conference he's going to move on. Then he gave that stupid ass answer that he gave.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm the Steelers, then I want to trade him because then at least I'll get something for him.
I say
You
send him
know.
to the Cowboys for a second round pick.
Dude, him and Jerry Jones would not get along.
That'd be okay.
Oh,
I
God,
don't
no
care.
way.
that'd be great. That place would be on fire
Well, I assume
every
after
day.
18 years, he has to approve the trade, doesn't he? I mean, it's not automatic.
They just signed him a contract. I don't know how that works for coaches. If
I
you
don't
got
know how it works.
you know what? They just signed him a 3-year contract extension, but everybody's tradable.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He might have a
I
say
just-
in it. I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying. He might have.
Then fires us and let him go, and then hire somebody else. I don't.
Yeah.
But if they were going to do that, they would already need to have done that to be in the running for some of these.
Because
big
they're
coaches.
missing a lot
Well,
of that. They missed that
well-
first window like the Cowboys did. They fucked that up. Yeah.
Unless they got somebody in mind already that's not on those lists. Let's say Arthur Smith.
Why?
Because I don't care.
Yeah. I would. I tell you what, if Russ comes back and we do the same old shit, and the Steelers will always be my team, it's just gonna be hard to watch them next year.
What do you think the odds are that Russ just retires because nobody's gonna want him? And I don't think the Steelers bring him back.
I think he ought to.
What do you think? I
But
mean,
he's got money.
Are we at-
Somebody will sign him to him back.
are we at 50-50 right now that he retired? Oh, that's true. But I don't know if he'll be a backup.
So now, to me, what he's got, he's every quarterback gets that age where you got to swallow some pride, take a back
No, I
seat.
get that, but I don't think he will.
No, I think he will. I mean,
I think he's that arrogant of a guy.
I think he's gonna. If he really looks truly in the mirror at himself, he's got to say, "Fuck, I'm
I mean,
outdone."
you think about in the preseason, Justin Fields outplayed him every fucking game. Now,
Yeah.
granted, it was against second string lots of times and everything
Yeah.
else, but it was a big part of the talk. Beginning of the year, Justin Fields played great. Went 4-2 or whatever it was,
Yeah,
and Russell Wilson said it's still my fucking job.
yeah.
Well, no, you just got outplayed, motherfucker. But I mean, he did get it back, so
Well,
his arrogance was.
I don't think it's calf
Justified.
injury. If you got a calf injury for 6 weeks, you need surgery, mother. I mean,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't have a calf injury for 6 weeks. They were doing field. They were.
I don't know. CMC has that problem too, but that's because he's on my team.
Well, he runs out of his calves. I mean, he totally destroys them. They got to put implants. But I don't know. I don't think that injury was real.
They got a guy on the sideline just with calf implants ready.
It's right.
They got donors all over the place.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So
They're
looking
fucking
at
breeding out
NFL free agents for quarterback, there's nothing much out there.
There's nothing
Sam
out
There's nothing
Darnold,
good.
Wilson, Daniel Jones, Mac Jones, Jameis Winston. No, that's not even
Daniel
Justin
Jones,
Justin
that's your
Fields.
No,
Oh my God. So there's nothing out there.
he's
So
not very smart.
so Russell Wilson's going to get a contract. He's going to go somewhere. Somebody's going to
You-
take a chance.
You think he's
on
gonna be a
him.
starter?
No, I think he's going to end up doing the backup.
I could
with
see him
a
going to
young-
the Raiders for a 1-year deal.
Yeah,
absolutely see
no, I
that.
can see that too. I can totally see that. That would be. I would rather have Mac Jones than him or Daniel Jones because at least I know they can stay in the pocket and they can see over the top of the guys. Marcus Mariota. I'm just still surprised that he's still in the league. It seems like 40 years ago he was in Oregon, but it wasn't that long ago. So
I'm talking
Yeah.
like 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Oh, it
yeah,
was like-
no,
Wasn't
a
it-
little bit
it
longer.
was
but
before
still.
pandemic, wasn't it?
Wish we had
Yeah.
a producer to look that shit up.
Nobody's here.
no.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I said I wish we had a producer to look that shit up.
Fuckers.
He's 31 years old, so he's been in the league 8 years, 9 years.
Now he's about to retire then. But if you
Yeah,
don't get
'cause-
much playing time,
It came out in 2015.
and they're still paying him, so
Yeah.
good for him.
Well, that's the thing. Like all these
What?
guys are all backups, and there's nothing out there where you're gonna go, yeah, this is gonna change our team. This is the guy that's gonna change our team. And
Backups are
Man, oh,
supposed to,
man.
though. And
but
the
that's
thing
what
is-
that's why you worry about Pittsburgh though. There's not a
Yeah.
guy out there that's gonna change your team. Grim.
And what do you?
No, not off the
And
market.
what do
You
you-
got to draft somebody.
Yeah, you got to draft, or you got to trade.
Yeah.
You
Trade
can make a
Tomlin,
trade.
quarterback.
I'm not gonna lie, and I know you guys are gonna just laugh at me about this. You talk about going to Dallas, trade him for Cooper Rush.
If Cooper wasn't that bad,
Dude, he can see the field. He doesn't have a cannon or throw, but he can see the field. He reads defenses. He does everything except for have a strong arm.
you know who didn't look too bad, which really, now this is, a quarter of what.
Will Levis.
No, Trey Lance.
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm not saying I want him, but he did not look bad the time I saw him play in Dallas. I watched like a
So,
quarter of it.
He
He
looked,
looked
yeah,
horrible.
no. After that, he looked bad. In that first
I'm sure he
quarter,
did.
looked fine, but then the
Yeah.
defense figured out what they were doing, and what they did was they go, okay, we're gonna pull out the high school defensive book. Here it is. This is how we stop him.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a
He's
good
not a
quarterback,
pro
but he didn't look that bad.
He couldn't do any worse.
No, No, but I'd rather have
I don't want
Mariota.
Sam Darnold. I sure as fuck don't want Aaron Rodgers. I mean, who would want Aaron Rodgers?
What about
If he's-
for the veteran minimum? Someone like Kirk Cousins, or
No.
you're doing the Russell
Kirk
Wilson.
can't move in a pocket
roundabout.
anymore. He'd be just like Russell Wilson. He
Okay.
can't. He's not mobile.
Yeah.
He's not- We don't have a
They're
line
saying-
to protect.
Kirk was never.
They're also
really
saying
mobile,
Will
though. He's
Levis
just
is a
good at-
possible-
No, but we don't have a line to protect him for that.
Yeah.
You got to be a mobile quarterback.
You got to be. Well, you need Justin Fields to be good.
and I think he is.
That's what you need.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
bad, and I hope deep down inside, I hope that him sitting out the second half of the season is to us what it was for Bryce Young to sit for 2 games.
Yeah.
If he can get his confidence back, learn some stuff, and he can come back next year in spring training and be the guy and just fucking go with it.
Part of it,
Now-
I think he's just too nice.
Yeah, maybe sitting out hurt his pride a little bit. I don't know, but it did Bryce Young a lot of good.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
right thing to
Bryce
do
Young,
for
they said
everybody.
that his footwork from the last 3 games compared to the rest of his career was light years ahead. He
looked
figured
phenomenal.
something out. He figured something out with his footwork.
He did. Something clicked
some-
in his head that just
something-
fucking came together.
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
when you, especially Fields is a good example of this. When you're drafted that high, Bryce Young, number 1 overall.
A lot of pressure.
And then when you suck, you still don't think you suck,
Yeah,
and then you get
Right.
benched, and it's like, wait a minute, did I suck?
yeah.
I mean, that could be like the click in the head that goes, fuck, I don't. I mean, my team's bad. What am I getting benched for?
Yeah.
And then he
Right, and-
realizes, oh, look at this.
Well, then the redheaded slut comes in and plays good ball, and,
But they
and
didn't-
Bryce is going to say,
They didn't run a whole lot, but he threw the ball all over
Yeah.
the fucking place for a
Yeah.
while there, at least for a few
Yeah.
games.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So
I'm
I
hoping
think-
Fields figured something out. I'm hoping he figured
Yeah.
he's just going to be the guy. Because and that and get rid of Wilson, get rid of Scotty Miller. Or we signed the fucking Miami backup for some reason for a 3rd string.
Good. That's huge.
Skylar Thompson.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
Yeah, he sounds like he's part of a boy band.
yeah. I don't
He
know why
wants it-
they signed.
yeah, he
that
just
was a
wanted it
big
that
offseason
way.
signing.
He was actually the
That's all
sixth
it was.
singer and then sync, and that didn't work out. So here he is.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope we
Okay,
get rid
well-
of Wilson and Tomlin.
Well, I'm
Package
sure
deal.
a lot of this stuff will start fleshing its stuff out and
Ooh, flush.
and then they'll, the more teams that get eliminated from the playoffs too, that helps.
Yeah, people
So
start
we'll-
talking more.
Yep. So we'll see.
So,
we'll see.
well, we're going back to this past weekend. The only decent game was the Commanders Bucks. Everything
Yep.
else was shit.
I can't believe the
Yeah.
Chargers laid down like that.
And the Vikings.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we talk about Sam Darnold, but dude, he
he folded.
Hell, dude.
Oh yeah, and the rest of the team, Justin Jefferson, he's like, I'm running around, I'm looking like I'm doing something, but I'm not really doing anything.
Yeah.
It was weird to watch. Like Grim said, at a point, like Pittsburgh, they just look like we're like, oh, we're just tired. The season's too long. That
Going
one
through
extra
the
game
motions.
fucking killing us. It's
Yeah,
just killing us. So
I really have to
I
be
don't-
here, coach.
yeah. So it really was pretty disappointing. It was not wild. I don't even think you call it like upbeat.
No, it's
Hard.
stunk.
It was stinky. But
The Rams are hungry.
the Rams, see the Rams do that though. They look like, oh, we are world beaters, and then the next week they'll look like they just got beat by everybody in the world.
I don't see them
So
going
it-
any further, but
I don't
Yeah,
either. But
maybe. I mean, they got. They
got a crazy
went
young,
in at what
good
10-6, and they were missing their top 2 receivers for 4 of the 6 losses.
yeah,
I mean that's a pretty big deal. I'm not saying that they're gonna go any further. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be shocked if they weren't very, very competitive and possibly get another one in.
who they got this week?
We'll talk about it a little bit
Okay, teaser.
when Opie's ready.
talk about.
Foreign
I
language.
alluded to it earlier. The Survivor pool, which has now turned into the TD pool, where only TDs matter. I like the TDs, and it's not brought to you by any. It's not brought to you by anything because those fuckers didn't record us when we played. So until they do, I'm not putting your shit up there. No.
We're not seeing it.
Yeah, no, I didn't do the thing of it, but he's talking
So-
about chunky dickweeds and their
Nope.
non-showing
Not
ass.
even gonna say it. Nope.
Oh.
Don't even
Okay.
show up for nothing. Don't even.
Well, he didn't get a
hit
promo
nothing.
for that then.
No,
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 No.
nothing. Nothing.
Everything this week's brought to you by Grimm's Forge.
There you go.
Yep.
Cares.
I care.
Forge, because he cares and he'll pound some
I probably
shit.
won't be here next week.
Actually, I
You
figured you'd miss
son
this
of a-
week because of Steeler game. I don't want to talk about that bullshit.
Now I knew it going in. I mean, I wasn't going to admit it, but we didn't have a chance.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's all right.
My season was over 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mine was
no,
over.
I get.
12. Does that help?
Just didn't know it. Well, anyways, the TD pool is Foam Duckers, Skull Crushers, Bruisers, McGiblets, Smelters, Psychos, Barracudas, and as a bonus, Bear is in there as well. And
I mean,
so
I
it's
just can't win.
basically, yeah. So really quick overview again, what we're doing.
Yeah, so pretty simple. These guys are turning in a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end every week, and we just add up the touchdowns each week for each player, and then that totals out. Now, here's the deal. It's not a survivor. It's not, it's a total at the end, who has the most touchdowns out of everything, but you can only use the same player once. So those guys who were used this week, there was quite a few Lamar Jacksons, a few Jaden Daniels, that kind of thing. You can't use them again. That's it. You've used them. You're done. So when you turn it in, I will keep an eye on it. I'll let people know you fucked it up because it's the first time doing it for some. But and the one I'm concerned about the most is my dad. But I think he's got it figured out. He did pick pretty much everybody from Baltimore. So if Baltimore makes the Super Bowl, I hope he doesn't pick everybody from like the Lions or Eagles this week because that could really fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
But it's pretty all over the board. Like how I did mine, which didn't pan out very well because I'm at the last place, just like it was for everything else this year. I went for teams that I didn't think would make it to the next round.
That's what I was thinking.
So,
too. Yeah.
and I'll probably do that again this week and get a little more gutsy than next week. So
I went heavy Commanders this week just because I figured this is their last hurrah.
that's why, yep. So I end up skipping.
I did pull my boy in.
I had Scary Terry in for the longest time.
I put him in.
At the last minute, I went, no, Justin Jefferson's going to get a couple Monday night. Oops, dude.
Oh.
Oh, where's that at? Oh, here we go. There we go.
That's good.
Yeah, so at the top of the leaderboard, Foam Duckers, Skull Crushers, Bruisers with 5, Big
You just
Gibbles
wanna
with
say it 'cause he's
4. Yeah, there's that too. Smelters and Barracudas have 3. Psychos have 2. He's did so well in the survivor pools. This is we should have known once we actually had to pick people that would actually score points and be talented, he'd fuck up.
He has no touchdown. Well, like I said, I don't get too cocky week one because it does get. I mean, especially once you get.
Yeah, I went wide on week
Super-
one because
yeah.
I took the teams that I thought were going to
Yeah.
go away.
So I hope.
No.
Here's the only problem. You don't use Derrick Henry and they lose this week. You're pissed.
Oh yeah.
That's the only problem
Yeah.
because you wasted it. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Well,
I mean it can
so
be
why
caught up.
use
But you're
Derrick-
right. Rob's going to be in last place in something like this, no matter what. So
They're in Buffalo, so that's a toughie.
Yeah, it would have
So,
been
yeah,
a good
so-
time to burn King Henry because I don't think they get past Buffalo. But
no, but I think this is
Yeah.
a good week to pick him,
to pick who?
Henry.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Oh, I haven't turned mine in yet.
Yeah, I did mine. I could probably change it.
I'd like
Yeah.
if we're gonna change the rules, I will pick him again.
So here's the thing. The good part about this is Opie can't cheat, but for the right price, Opie, I can be bought. So it's not cheating if you're buying.
12,
right?
but it was half the money. I'll
Half is
split
$12. There you go.
half, baby.
So I was actually thinking about doing something like this, like next year, where you pay like $2 a week, and it's for so we got 8 conferences. So for 2 weeks, it's these 2 conferences or this conference, and for 2 weeks, it's this conference or something like that, or not conference division.
Divisions. No.
So
I like
you know
it.
what I mean, split it up like something like that. But but I
I can
figured,
make that.
yeah, we'll hold off and we need to talk about how to make it work. But I think that'd be kind of a cool pool to do, on top of the other pools we do. So
I know how to do that in Google Sheets. I could do something like that.
yeah, I mean that's basically what I'm using. I use
Yeah.
the form for everybody to fill out, and then Google Sheets for. And the thing is, with Google Sheets, you can't have them fill out Google Sheets because somebody can go in and delete somebody else's response. That's why I use the forms first, and then I carry it over.
So on the picks thing that I figured out that how to make it for each person too. You just have to link it with their email.
Yeah.
There's a way
Yep.
to do it. So it's not too hard. So yeah, fun.
Ooh,
We're getting
Autocorrect.
closer to a real website, guys. In about 10 years, we'll be ready.
We'll see. Ryan's got his hands full, and I haven't heard shit about Gary working on anything for a while. So,
Well, he's just finishing up an HTML class, so that's going to help him out for stuff too. But he's busy.
hey, I'm
as hell.
taking one of those right now too.
I changed my pick.
Cool.
Based on
Okay, Ryan. Picked up another guy.
Yeah, fucking
And
Tinker
yes, Ryan
over
just
here.
picked up another guy.
Captain Tinker.
Oh, I decided to follow my own advice.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give everybody else's advice.
All right. Well, let's go to something fun. Let's go to
Something fun.
protection.
got something fun?
We all like protection, guys.
Ooh, depends what kind of
Protection, like wearing a cup. No rubbers. You can't feel that shit. But like a cup or a chest protector, something like that. Well, we're talking about we get to protect to 2 players in each league this year. It's gonna be hard to guess right now because we don't know how the numbers are gonna go. And if you want to decide when that happens, Bear, isn't there something you sent out about picking a time for the FBFL owners meeting?
That's right. Meeting coming up.
I
did
couldn't
find
open the
out-
sheet.
Huh?
I couldn't open it up.
So I had a couple other people have that problem, and I got to send it. For some reason, I got to send a share link to your email.
Okay.
So in other words, your email might have changed since last year, or your sign into Google Gmail might have changed or something.
Okay.
So it's not just letting some. Like I had even like Rob, who's absolutely illiterate when it came to stuff. He's in. He got his turned in, but some people that use different email addresses now they weren't able to get in.
Yeah, I wasn't able to.
So I'll have to send it to you. I'll text you tomorrow
Okay.
and get your whatever. It's just as Grim60s or I don't know.
Starline441@gmail.com.
All right, I'll get that from you later.
All right.
I probably have it actually in Gmail, so I just probably could find it and send it to you. But anyway, so we got 4 dates out there. Found out after I sent it out that one date I can't be at, so Opie, you'll have to run it if I can't be there. That's when it wins, so I can't be there on the 8th.
If we're having
so.
at the Schweithoid, I'm not allowed.
February 8th?
Yeah, no, March. It did.
Oh.
I changed it from February and March to March and April, 2 weeks in both.
March, that's a long time away.
Well, yeah, because I didn't think I can get the Spithoid that fast. So I need to make sure I give myself plenty of time and give these guys, because it takes it. We talked about last week. I know it's 5 clicks of the button. It's very frustrating, but it takes this fucking league forever to get out there and do it. I mean, all you gotta do is run out there and do it. It takes 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's 2 seconds per click.
I
and,
tried when you first started on Wednesday.
well, that's true. Yeah. So anyway, if anybody listens to this and they can't get into it, let me know. I'll get you in. But
I can't get into it.
Thanks, Graham.
Okay. So
Don't tell me till you listen to this. Right now, you're just hearing it.
okay.
Later, you'll listen.
Right.
To it. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Sorry, folks. Don't listen.
So anyway, yeah, we'll have that. And in the meeting, I think Opal won't be that bad. The scoring is going to be a big discussion, I think. And then the board has to get together and talk about what we talked about last year, which was all the money goes into week 17. The trophies played for in week 18. And the money then gets split to the 2 conferences. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. The Joker's idea
remember
was
that.
a very intriguing idea. Not sure exactly how it's going to work. I mean, you're only talking. That's the case. We might have to change some other things around to get more money in there, because the winner probably this year is going to take $800 home maybe, or something, 700 somewhere in there. So you split that in half. Now you're only at $350 a team, and then you play for the trophy in the last round. So
No, why'd you do that?
it was an idea Joker came up with because we're talking about whether we play week 18 or not.
Oh, so you make, but how do you do that? You going to split it 4 people on week 17?
No, it'd be 2 people.
The winners?
You
So
cut the
it would-
semifinal groups out.
It would be everything the same. It's just the last game isn't for all the money. The second to last game's for all the money between the 2.
Yeah. So it'd be first and second on each side.
So like Squid
Right.
Games, instead of one guy winning, 2 guys win.
Okay.
We just finished watching.
It cuts the
Squid
money
Games,
way
so-
down though.
Well,
It does.
Yeah, it does.
That's a big difference.
because
that's a
to
big
me,
chunk.
you're not playing for first. I mean, you're
Right.
playing for tie for second.
I'll have before the meeting. I'll have the math on what the difference would be
I don't-
for
it's-
take home.
To me, it's not even about the money. It's just, I don't know.
Well, the thing is like this year, Ryan lost. He tinkered like crazy because he had some guys out.
Yeah.
Chico didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Had you won, you'd have scored 200 fucking points. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have had a problem.
Yeah.
So it just it's all situational. It's like having injuries.
Yep.
You don't like it, try being fucking me for a year.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I
It's-
mean?
It's
I was
so-
you for a half a year this year, Bear, and it sucked. It was
And
terrible.
it sucks, doesn't it? So you're tinkering
terrible.
constantly. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't know. If we're gonna do that, I'd just send in at week 17. But
Yeah.
Well, then,
But then you do that.
we'd
You
have to
cut
cut
out
down
two
the
playoff
playoff
teams.
yeah.
Yeah,
would.
you change it. Well, yeah, you cut, but that would put more money towards the winner too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I would rather, just my personal opinion, I'd rather go down to 17 weeks than to split
split it
it.
that way.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, the board will have to talk about first to bring the proposal up and
Yeah.
how to propose it. The idea really would be, let's throw the idea out there, throw positives, negatives. What do you guys think? If we have enough chatter about it, then we vote on it.
Well,
If
what we
everybody's
also
like,
could
fuck
do-
that.
Well, one thing that since you talked about it like last week, and I thought about it, is that basically other leagues, they do like 30, like 16 game schedules, but they have weeks where you play multiple people. So basically, it would be whoever wins. Like, say it's me and you, Bear, and it's Anacondas and Diggers in the other league. You beat me 100 to 90. Diggers win 100 to 90, 101 to 90, and then you guys go 101 to 100. So the Diggers would have beat you.
Oh,
You see how that? So then the actual championship game for the big money is in week 17, but then the battle for the trophies in week 18.
right, you're playing both games in the same week, essentially.
Yes. So that way you don't have to split the money. You just but you have to tier it out that week.
Well, you could take, on top of that, take the final four teams in week 17, and highest scoring team that week gets first, second highest scoring gets second. If they're in the same conference, so be it. Next scoring's third, next scoring's fourth, and then week 18 you play for the championship.
Yeah, because even if you were the third team, highest scoring team, you still could play for the trophy because you came from the other division.
My only fear on that, we're a bunch of guys who want that fucking trophy. We want our name on that trophy.
I think.
I think we got some other guys that will be like, I don't give a fuck about the trophy. I want the money.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna point fingers or say names because I'm not positive, but it's a different thing now than it was when it was just the 20 of us or the original 24, where all we did was compete on a weekly fucking basis and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, dude, we'd go in the fucking urinal at a bar and who could piss the fastest and hardest,
Or who can make it from the door.
Having them tied together and leaving it together. Maybe shorten it down to week 17 where we end it. But
to be honest with you, I want to keep it as is, but that's just me. So, but we gotta throw these out there just to see what people want to do.
That's just me. I don't like splitting it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it'll add.
But vote for your meeting. That's all that matters. That's really what we're looking at.
More complexity.
You guys,
That's really
right there.
that is
Vote
that
for
is the big
fucking
thing.
meeting.
Go and vote for it.
Do it today. Do it today.
So
we should get little stickers. Everybody votes.
There you
Send them
go.
out.
There you go.
Oh,
Do the
man.
FBFL logo.
I voted.
Do the logo. I voted.
I like that. So,
Hand 'em out there.
actually, we'll hand them out at the meeting.
Yeah.
And then we'll hand out like a thing of 5 and say you can't wear it until you actually fucking vote.
You got to vote.
You got to fucking vote.
You got to vote.
Yeah. All right. Well, the first thing we're going to vote on is, and Ryan did go out here and do his protected players. Oh, nice. We're going to do protected players, and we're just going to go Bear did them alphabetically. So this is going to confuse. I'm glad AJ's not here because this would totally fuck him up. Why are the 33s going first? Isn't that a third? What isn't it a third?
Hey, so for the guys that are jumping on the screen, I put 2 teams back right next to each other. So right now it's the 33s and Anacondas sitting right next to each other on the screen. So that if we get to chatting about one a lot, then I'll bring it down to our lovely faces. But right now, that's makes it a little bit easier to see. So,
well, we're gonna make it easy because 33s, except for Ryan. We all say Bijan 1, Henry 2, and Ryan goes Bijan 1, Monty 8.
Yeah, I get it. I know where he's coming from. I looked at it after he put it in
If I'm in the
there.
other league, I want that to happen. I want you to drop Henry. Please drop Henry.
Yeah, I do understand. First of all, Derrick Henry's a second round pick in that league. That league should have been fucking forfeit from the beginning.
Yeah.
How
did Chico get Bijan in the first and Henry in the second?
Henry was second round in our league too.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Then
no, it wasn't. Was it?
Yeah, because this is where I fucked up. I should have picked Henry instead of Etienne, and
Who
I
takes
fucked
Etienne
up, and
over
I
Henry,
was
dude?
high, and I took the wrong guy.
Damn it! I should have kicked you out of the league. I knew it. Some bullshit, Opie.
It was.
Big
It's
dumb.
all Ryan's fault. He got me high.
Dude, I saw what you took. And we're not supposed to say it out loud because your wife was there, but you brought it.
Anywho,
anyway.
I don't
back
remember
to-
that. I don't remember all that.
Yeah, I wasn't even fucking there, pretty much.
Anyways, I mean, there could be something said for Monty because then you leave your second round pick, but Henry will not be there for you at second round. It's not going to happen. Even if somebody protects two guys that are later round running backs, they will take Henry first round. That's just how it's going to go. I don't.
Well, and
I
if
just-
either the scoring the same running backs are preem.
And that's going to be part of this question. You know, we're not going to get a lot of these right because I'm guaranteeing we're switching the scoring.
I am too.
I think. Well, I guess I shouldn't guarantee.
But
I know a lot of people actually liked it. So
yeah. Well, that's the thing. If that's why I did give the caveat that this is early. We don't know what's going to happen. We got to wait for the meeting.
Yeah.
Which is why we talked about the meeting because certain.
But we've
things
always
like,
been a-
well, PPR for a wide receiver changes things. Von Ra, you want to keep him in the first round. He's a first round like Bears picking for anacondas. Look at that.
yeah,
So to me, yeah, I would totally if I'm. So Bear says I'm on Ra Mixon. A-Chain Mixon is the normal thing for three of us: OP, Ryan, Grimbo, and then AJ says Mixon, and then James Conner in the sixth. Which again, he's doing a Monty thing, flip flopping, trying to get. But I think Mixon's your third round. I don't know. I don't think A-Chain's way better than Conner.
And I think Connor's about done. He's going to be 32 this year.
yeah.
Well, they signed him to a 2-year extension. He's got 2
Yeah,
more
but
years.
they also started running that rookie out there more too. So I think it's
Well,
gonna
and
be more of a split.
Trey Benson.
Yeah.
How many teams are now going to be looking to be the Lions?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be hard to gauge that because that I can see that team kind of doing it that way because you do got the older trudger goal line guy like Monty and Connor, and then the Trey guy is more like the guy you stole from me.
Gibbs.
I refuse to say his name.
Yeah.
He's dead to me.
I know.
So,
it
but Bear, your reasoning for Amon Ra won. I need to hear it.
Actually, I did it a little differently because of the fact that I assumed we would be putting in PPR.
And
Okay.
that makes a whole lot of sense to me. That really does.
And really, I mean, Amon Ra is typically worth the first round pick, but he just isn't in the current scoring system. So it would make sense to go A-Chain the other way. But this was under the assumption we'd drop PPR back in. So
yeah, no, and I think so. I think that's 100% right.
So you think we're going to drop PPR in for receivers and leave
Yeah.
the running backs the same?
that's my
Yeah,
guess.
So we're going to
Did you
have
look-
300-point
so-
games.
I'm gonna guess.
200 would be
I'm gonna
nothing.
guess
Yeah.
that Grim did not look at the
Which is
spreadsheet
okay.
that you put together.
I mean,
It's a great spreadsheet. You should look at it. It's great.
I did look at it the other week. It was a fantastic spreadsheet.
Yeah.
They put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably the spreadsheet.
2
for
seconds
spreadsheets.
in,
It was the spreadsheet. But I mean, I guess I'm indifferent on this. If we're going to do the wide receivers, that's cool. And we'll just have some high scoring games. But it doesn't really matter because everybody's got the same. It'll even it out some. Everybody's got the same points. So it doesn't
Yeah,
really
It
matter.
doesn't matter. It doesn't.
And that's-
Even on the protection, it doesn't benefit anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Derrick Henry, sure, he's still worth a ton if we keep everything the same, but he's also a year older,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a thigh issue away from not playing a whole year because of how big he is.
you
I mean, I'm-
never know.
unless-
I think
Yeah,
if the
unless-
Ravens don't win, it's going to be harder for him to come back and trudge through there again. I don't know. He's a big guy that takes a lot of beatings.
A lot of beatings. I will say they limited his carries this year. He still tore it up, but
Yeah, no, they
It's
have
still-
to say no. We promise we're gonna go get like somebody else out there. Wait, who was I looking at running back?
It's not Justice Hill.
No, not just no. It's not. He's
they
a
got
good.
nothing.
No, I mean, you go out there and get Najee. Say we're gonna go get Najee. If they steal Najee, And I'm like,
Another
okay,
one
maybe.
defects to your enemy.
Well, I'd say more Jalen Warren would be the mix-up back. Najee wouldn't sign for a co-role, but Warren would. They're both free agents.
Baltimore's, you don't need a mix-up back because you've got Lamar Jackson.
No.
He's your mix-up.
Yeah,
But you need a relief.
I need 2 power backs. I want 2
30
power
plays.
backs.
No, but
that's how they're going to win it.
You can do that if you're going to do a lot of play action where all he does is run right while Lamar goes left.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he's basically taking that time off by just
being out
acting
there.
like he's getting the ball.
Yeah.
I want somebody to go in a couple, like a boxer, like in the middle rounds, just a different boxer come in and take some body blows, and then he finishes the fight. That's what I want.
I like a good.
That's what
I like a good body blow once.
Body blow. Body blow.
Yeah.
Body blow.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to be pretty because you don't see the face. Anyways, speaking of not pretty, Barracudas. Look at that face.
That's an ugly looking chick.
Hey, we're thinking Josh Jacobs number 2 gets that was a good draft pick. Good
Is
protection.
it me or was he bigger, stronger, faster in Green Bay?
He was bigger,
It's
stronger,
like
faster.
they roided the fuck out of him.
Now he was actually Jacobs from 2 years ago. I mean,
Is that what it was?
well, he had the rushing title 2 years
he
ago.
was.
Last year,
He just looked bigger.
no, he was. I liked him a lot. I thought he was
It's
going
just
to
the
be great in
cameras.
Green Bay.
They're doing a lot more close-up stuff with the cameras lately. I
Maybe
noticed.
that's it. Well, a lot of times it's because I mean, even when the Raiders are on TV, they're not really on TV.
No, exactly.
No.
So we didn't see that much, and we don't watch ESPN anymore like we used to. So we don't see all the
because it's
highlights and stuff.
fucking awful.
It is awful. It's the worst. And we all kind of, 3 of us, Opie, AJ, Grimbo, say Aaron Jones, even though he is a free agent, so we don't know where he is or what he will be doing. But Bear and Ryan say Joe Burrow at 7, and man, I can't argue with that.
No, I mean
that was my flip flop was Aaron Jones and Burrow. I kept going back and forth.
I honestly think Aaron Jones is getting to the point where he's not even a 4th-round pick anymore. I mean, he had an okay year this year, but I mean, where was
he started off hot.
He got hot. Well, that's his thing. Remember, he's always been kind of boomer bust, right?
Man, he gets hurt
Right.
quite a bit.
And he didn't get hurt at all this year. He ended up running back 14. So he played every game. He still didn't crack the top 10. And a lot of it's because he's boomer bust. He's 25-9, 31, 22, 7. So several 13s and 14s in there. At the end of the year, 15, 12, 12, 10. For in our league, 15, 12, 12, 10 is a really bad week.
Yeah.
So,
But in a 4th round.
yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for in the 4th round.
Yeah.
I want my first 2 running backs, to be honest with you, in the first 2 rounds.
But if we're staying, so based on the current scoring, if it stays the same, you got to have 3 running backs.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So Aaron Jones is a 3rd.
He's gonna
is your stable guy.
Well, I tell you, if the scoring stays the same, to be honest with you, almost all these are going to be different because everybody's protected 2 running backs unless somebody doesn't have any running backs.
Yeah, that's what
Unless
I
you don't
did.
have
That's
2,
what I based it off of.
So,
No,
but I think Burrow went fucking. Oh, I hit a button. Burrow went bad shit this year, especially down the stretch. Holy, I mean, he had a middle of the road section where he struggled, but he was quarterback 2. He had almost 500 fucking fantasy points. I mean, that's just to me.
Well, and if you
in the 7th round,
take out the
I mean,
years that he was hurt, he was that guy.
And in the 7th round, there's 4 quarterbacks being picked before the 7th round. So he's a steal in the 7th. I thought.
Yeah, you'd
I
have
think
it
so,
locked up. So I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about quarterback and all the way to the 7th. So that allows you to go after running backs.
Especially if the Steelers lose all their fucking defensive players, he's gonna have more points.
It'll be okay.
So many points.
But if we can't score any points, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's why you get the kicker. Chris
gotta have a
Boswell
good
protecting
kicker.
him.
Man, you see Boswell's wife?
She's
She's a smoke show.
She could be hottie of the week.
She could be hot
bigger.
Yeah.
She could be.
Fucking
Yeah,
OP.
she's
smoking.
I kick my balls into there, if you know what I mean.
Let me eat your pussy. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah, I hit that one.
Speaking of that, what's up next?
Bully
Speaking
just
of how
really
wild.
sucked.
I'm
at
not eating
drafting.
his pussy.
He sucked
No.
at drafting.
Oh, you know what
Or
though?
grading,
You
or
pour
whatever
some
he did.
Molson down there. I saw
Or
you do some
drafting.
shit. No.
He's the only one I didn't pick a running back for.
Yeah. See, now I got Robinson in the
one
8th.
did. Two did. Two picked Robinson.
In the 8th,
AJ's got both fucking run. Keep Kamara.
Well, he's got Kamara, and Ryan's
Fuck
got him for
that.
Kamara too. So Bear said Puka, Jaden Daniels. I said Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels 11th. Puka's the second round. If we go PPR, I will flip from Robinson to Puka and Daniels because even Daniels in 11th is just why the hell not? It's boomer bust maybe, but fuck it, eh. And then Ryan goes Kamara Daniels, Kamara Robinson, and then Daniels Puka, just like Bear went to for Grimbo. I don't know if I can trust Kamara, if we change, especially if we keep it that way. If we keep it the way it's AJ, right? Kamara and Robinson. That's the way to do it. But
I don't think you can start Kamara though.
And I don't like Robinson even at 8. I mean, I don't know. Because I think that may be his going spot. He was 25 in running backs this year.
So that's
not
right.
good.
So 8 is right.
You're outside the starting lineup at that point, I guess. But
also too, that offense is going to have to evolve.
He missed quite a few games though too.
We've seen the Jaden Daniels type of offense with RG3s, with other guys like that they've had to evolve, especially in the running game, or they're just going to get killed.
Yeah, so again, if the scoring stays the same, you keep him because he's.
I don't know. I don't like third running back. Is a protected player. Part of that
because he got shot. That's why.
Well, no, I like Ricky Pearsall. No,
that's true.
The problem I have with Robinson is just his lack of getting the ball in Washington lots of times. He only went over 20 attempts twice.
Yeah, Eckler's not going to be there next year, but they still got that McNichols hanging on. So who knows? Yeah, no, that's.
He only had over 15 attempps 5 times. I mean, and he missed 3 weeks.
Would he dare to keep Daniels and Robinson like I picked? Because that's going straight all Commanders, man, all the time.
That is exactly what the bullet will probably do.
Yeah,
I know. I picked dumb. I know.
You might as well shoot yourself in the foot early.
Yeah, that's why
they're not both not bad protections, but they're not. I don't know if I'd take them both from the same team.
No, I don't think so either.
I think Puka is definitely worth the second round pick, but he missed a lot of weeks because of injury, and there were some games he just didn't show up to, and so I'm not saying that's a great pick.
And he does.
No, actually, look at his team. I didn't see anybody else that I wanted.
Talking about value.
No. Yeah.
Robinson's probably the way to go because Puka might drop to 3 or 4 this year.
Yeah. I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
Oh, it depends on what he does scoring.
The only thing, you know what'll block that? Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Chewbacca will take him earlier because he's a Rams fan.
Oh yeah, he'll
don't blame him.
Well, speaking of Chewbacca, nice segue.
Oh,
nice
lead-in.
We all say
but I'm gonna take it.
You got Gibbs. Keep Jahmyr Gibbs with number 1. We vary only in one person because we all say Chase Brown the 7th because running backs being as they are, he's improved.
He went away from my Illinois guy. You're a dick.
No, he went with Neighbors because that's his boy. He likes the
He went away from my Illinois guy.
Neighbors my boy.
Fuck you.
They're going to draft a quarterback and have somebody.
Better rookie.
No, he's not. I like Neighbors a lot. I think he's out of him and Marvin Harrison. I think Neighbors is the better wide receiver. I think if New York drafts any kind of quarterback, he'll be in good shape. And if we change the scoring, I'm not a big Chase Brown fan. I don't know.
And could he get Chase Brown in the 4th? Maybe if you think that he's going to be that good, but
yeah, I mean he's not a bad protection in the 7th. I mean he's worth keeping there. But
what was Neighbors? Do you remember what his pick was?
I don't know in that league. I know I picked him like in the 4th round,
6th round. He was the 6th round in that league.
Oh, it's definitely worth it. I think he's a 1 or 2 wide receiver.
Chase Brown's a better fucking pick.
My only thing against Chase Brown is they just don't run the ball very much.
And that's true. They don't.
Let's see. Well, we just made the argument for Robinson. Different rounds. I'll give you that, but it's only different by 1 round. The beginning of the year, they didn't run him very often at all. I'll give you that. But from week 17 on.
Week 17, that's 2 games.
Week 7 on. My math ain't good either. Week 7
I thought you were just gonna fix it, but then Grim jumped on you, so sorry.
Yeah, he got me. Fuck him. 1, 2, 3.
Well, if you got to slam me, do it right.
No, I get you. There's only 4 weeks where he's under 15 carries. And during those
number
weeks,
15. He was number 15 running back overall.
Let's not forget though, he had for receptions from week 9 on 5.95, 3.6, 3.34. So he gets the ball that way too. They found out he can catch the ball in that backfield.
It makes him more valuable.
They're both worth protecting in the rounds they're in. I like Brown better because, but I get the neighbor.
He was better than Breece Hall, Najee Harris.
No, AJ told me Breece Hall's going to be the number 3 running back overall. That's what we argued about.
Why did they get such a love affair with Breece Hall?
Iowa State.
But he's got but he's on a shitty ass team.
Yeah, and
but he does have talent. He has a very good season.
Oh yeah, he is a monster talent. But if they get a quarterback and it's the Jets, they won't.
No,
I mean they're not going to use him.
Okay, let me ask you this, Opie. You're a quarterback that you're close to the end of your career. You're struggling to find a spot. Do you even want to go to New York?
No, not.
I mean, I think I'd take teams. I think I'd take the $1 million backup role, assuming I made plenty of money in my career.
Maybe get to a playoff.
Yeah, I'd go to see if the Chargers need a backup, or I mean, New Orleans right now, you don't know what they're going to do. They might have a starting position. That might be that's at least indoors.
And some of these rookie quarterbacks who run like crazy, the Jaden Daniels and the Penix and those guys, even Caleb, we don't know how long their career is going to last, or their season's going to last every year because they're getting
go there for a little bit, and you have to drag me to the Jets, and
that's what I'm saying. Dude, I'm like,
go there balling.
You're like what is his name? The coach from Major League. Tire World.
Yeah.
Coach,
I don't know.
I'll get back to you.
I'll let you know.
I gotta let you go. I got a guy who wants white walls on mine too.
All right, Circus Boy up next. JT Jonathan Taylor, your number 1 round pick. He's gonna keep her, and Brock Bowers in the 6th round. No brainer. Done. Write on the sheet of paper. Send it in. That's an easy one.
It's a nice little team, but those are the definite protected guys.
Yeah, Bowers is just his potential. How much they used him. If they get more talent, it's not going to change that much. He's not going to.
Think of it this way: Kelsey was a 1st or 2nd round pick over the last couple of years. What's his name from Baltimore?
Andrews.
Andrews. The top 3. Hawkinson, Laporta. He went 6th round. You talk about a fucking steal in the 6th. He was tight end 1 this year. Even if he struggles next year with the sophomore slump, it's going to be better than half the tight ends out there.
Oh, yeah. He'll be a top 5 tight end, even with being bad.
Yeah, and if they get a rookie quarterback, the tight end's a dump.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And he's not just a tight end, though. He's a
wide receiver.
Yeah, he can get open, and he's a stud.
He is.
Speaking
too bad he's
of
on the Raiders,
studs,
yeah,
it's gonna be a waste of a talent. Hopefully they trade him with his rookie contract.
Well, they should have got maybe a quarterback instead of a tight end, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk around about that again. Never. Diggers, you're up on the next block, shopping block. We got some different things. Chuba Hubbard, we say in the 9th. That's a good. Keep your Chubb on. He earned his contract. The rookie that they brought in, he tore the same ACL again. How in the world does that happen in this day and age? But whatever. But we have a little variance on who they should keep. Grimbo and I think Marvin Harrison Jr. in the 3rd round. That's a nice one, especially if we change points up. Ryan and AJ go with Stevenson, Ramondre Stevenson, 5th. Now there's one you want to talk about.
Terrible.
I don't think he's worth that 5th round.
Running back 26 in a fucking organization that they don't know how to use a running back still. You thought, I get it when Belichick left if you take a chance on this guy. But it's like he's still there. We're going to run fucking 7 different running backs. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, they benched him the last 2 games. Was it a coaching thing or was it?
Yeah, I didn't think. I don't. That's why I was surprised.
He got zeros the last 2 weeks.
Grimbo, I know Opie's looking at his stats. Grimbo, tell me how many times he ran over 100 yards this year.
Stevenson?
Yep.
I'm going to go 2.
1. The first game of the season.
Wow.
Against Cincinnati, which you're happy
why
about.
why would they want to keep him then? Because he's a running back?
I guess that's what they've got to be thinking. Maybe they didn't look his stats up or something. It's not
coaching change too. So
Yeah, coaching change. He's in his 5th season. He's about where his apex is.
Drake May getting his,
and the scoring the way it is.
Drake,
I mean, I don't get it. I wouldn't even give him a second thought. A guy like that's going to be out there. He's not going to be.
Well, that's my thought. Like if he, where's he at? There he is. 5. So 5th round. If he had
he's going to drop down to 8.
If him and Chuba were switched, those are the 2 I'm probably keeping.
Yeah.
Where Chuba's in the 9th.
Yeah, you said Evans in the 5th that he should keep, and that's a hell of a better freaking 5th round pick by leaps
Well,
and
here's
bounds.
my thought on Evans. He's going to break the record next year. He's going to have to snap bones in his body before he doesn't go out there.
But he's
like it or not, Mayfield's playing good ball.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know.
Yeah, but they're both a year older.
He's gonna.
I agree. I don't like Evans,
especially if we go PPR. In order for him to get 1,000 yards, he's gonna have to have 160 catches.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of points right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we go PPR, he's gold. I've never been really high on Mike Evans, just I think because he's just from Tampa. He's always had a 1,000-yard season, but he's never been the guy. You know what I mean?
I
that
never
wanted
wanted to overpay for him. No. Yeah.
That's the same. Every year, I think I've looked at him in the draft and go, I could probably get him in the 5th, and then he goes in the 3rd. I'm like, sucker. And then 3 weeks later, I'm going, hey, you want to trade him?
You want to trade him?
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
he is a trade bait fucker. Yeah, he's definitely in a lot of trades. So he's got a couple choices there, but if we do any changes, then he's got some flexibility too. So that's not too shabby.
Yeah, and he's got honestly, if something happens, he's got talent down the road a little bit. He's got. I mean, they're older, but he's got Devontae. He's kind of got one of my dad's teams, come to think about it. He's got Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews. Other than Harrison Jr., that's the only youngster he's got.
Yeah.
Chuba got hurt.
Yeah.
Well, Chuba's still not young. He's been in the league 4 or 5 years, too. So.
No, but I like that they signed him. He got paid.
Did he come in with Bryce Young, or was he a year before that?
No, he was a year before.
Oh, okay.
No, 2
years before.
He was around. Yeah. He's the reason they shipped out CMC. They're like, we got the Chuba. We don't need him.
Chuba's only been in the draft in the league 3 years.
Oh, really? I thought it was like 4. But
oh, wow, really?
Yeah, 2021 draft. He was 126 pick overall out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Oh,
that's why we don't know it.
That's more information than you ever want to know about the guy.
Yeah, I don't care.
So if he played for the CFL Edmonton team, do you know what their team name is?
Oh, the Kumquats.
Eskimos. Close. You're so close.
I was fucking right there.
Yeah, you're
National
right there.
fruit.
So close. Yeah, it's the national.
So okay. So AI,
no, that's Kumquat. That's Kumquat.
On the AI, you look up and it says his background, says when he's born, where he played college, and then the very last one is Hubbard is a Canadian-Nigerian running back. That's all it says.
Canadian-Nigerian.
Okay.
Wow, that is.
Thanks for that.
Wow.
All right. Jelly rolls. You got it easy. You write down Saquon, you break down Kyran 1, 2, and you're done. Although,
how did he not do better in the league?
Dude, that's the question. What a 1-2 punch that thing is. Mainly because his receivers were Darnell Mooney and DJ
says he
Moore.
should keep Karen, though. He said he should keep Karen.
I like Karen better.
Every time, man. He wants it.
Dude, are you calling his wife Karen?
I am Karen. She's a Karen.
She's nice.
I've never met her.
Barkley and Karen.
I wasn't invited to the wedding, so fuck you.
Don't bring that up. Hope he's still bitter about that one.
Anyway.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you know why he lost?
He's not bitter at all. Fuck it. Let's move on. Next.
You know why he lost? Because he's stupid.
We finally got to be quiet. We had to bring it up and like, no.
No. Let's talk about the maniacs. They're bitter.
Fucking maniacs. He didn't invite me to his wedding either. Fuck him. All right, ninjas. I was at his wedding. Let's talk about this.
All right. Let's do that.
No.
Wait, you were at Jeff? Oh, yeah, we were drunk at Jeff's. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Maniacs. He's got some flexibility, too.
Dude, we're all over the fucking place.
We are all over the place. But we all think Bucky Irving in the 16th. That's gold.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean,
True.
Bucky's a man.
That's you got a top 10, top 12 potential guy. Round
Dobbins
16.
scares the hell out of me.
Dobbins, well, he's a free agent. Don't forget that, for one. He's probably
going to
stay with
broken
the
legs.
Chargers. And he did break down at the end again. Jim tried what his brother tried with those running backs, but it did not work for them. So, yeah. But the rookie that they had, the Chargers, that running back, he's freaking pretty phenomenal. So I can see Dobbins trying to go someplace else next year. So I just picked because in our current situation, Dobbins at 10, Irving at 16 to me. This seems smart. AJ did it too, so it's probably really fucking dumb. But Bear and Brian think you got to keep Jetta at 1, Irving at 16. If we do PPR, 1,000%. That's gold right there, man. And now you got to do sandwich everybody else between those two. That's money.
Yeah,
Graham,
I think if I will say real quick, if you don't,
yeah,
I don't think you keep Dobbins. I don't think you keep another guy if we don't go PPR. And I think you just keep Irvin and you use your first round to get a running back, and then hope Jetta's available in the second.
Well, and he might get to a point where Jetta might be because he's drafted late in the first round because he made the playoffs. He might be that might be the same spot
Get him on the turn. Yeah,
I'd get him on the turn. You got to go running back first.
that's what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah. It depends who's there.
If scoring doesn't change.
Yeah, the scoring doesn't change. But Grimbo thinks he should keep Jalen Hurts. I want to say that's a 5th rounder. I'm playing slight kind of producer today, so that's a third. Oh no, I had a 3rd round. I don't think you keep Jalen Hurts.
Oh, was that 3rd?
Yeah.
No way I do that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know he was that early. I thought he was like 5th.
No, that's in our league. I got my 5th. I couldn't believe that was one.
Now I would change mine to just Irving.
One thing I'll give you
because I'm basing mine on we're not going to change the scoring.
Well, that's fair. And I was not to lie, I was going back and forth on my picks. Like I'm like, well, if we do this, we're gonna keep this. But if we do this, and keep this.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of all over the place, but it does create topics
just
of conversation. Just like sex. Well, no, I'm usually sleeping by now. But Hurts was QB9, and he missed 17 and 18.
Oh, I think he's awesome, but I don't think he's a 4th
strong.
round in our current format. It drops. So if we change to wide receivers, even a PPR, and we leave the running backs the same, quarterbacks drop down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll even out, right?
Well, right now you probably got half the league at least in ours. Well, half the league's not taking a quarterback till around 6 or 7 anyway.
Right.
Now, half the league's not gonna be taking quarterback till like round 9.
Right.
You're getting fucking backup flex players before you're getting a quarterback.
Yeah, because you got to go deep.
Yeah.
I mean, so if we change the scoring, I mean, it's really going to be wide receivers and running backs is going to be your first 5 rounds.
Right. Yeah. For the most part. Now you'll have the guy that says,
tight ends are still valued.
I think Jaden Daniels is going to be this good, so I'm going to take him round 3.
Yeah,
and
everybody's got the Robs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about though, as much as the running backs and shit scored, the quarterbacks still scored more, right? I mean, so. There's still the value in the quarterback and
Jeff's still going to draft.
Right? Jeff's still drafting. Let's see. So Lamar Jackson was number 2 overall. Then Joe Burrow was 4. Mayfield was 5. Josh Allen was 7. Quarterbacks, that's overall scores in our league. So, I mean, quarterbacks are still viable to be drafted early, but because there are so many who can score so much,
they're more
that's
available.
why you want to get your running back.
You can wait
early, and if we go PPR, you want your receivers early.
Yeah, so you can wait on the quarterback.
And then you got a guy like Joe Burrow
either.
Right.
Joe Burrow who went late. You got to think, maybe that's going to happen with somebody like Stroud again next year.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to take a step up. Baker was high up there.
And there's some guys that say 6th round this year. You took Kirk Cousins. That fucking bit you in the ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're going to have a few of those too. That's why some teams end up with no quarterbacks.
Well, Jordan Love really was not that great of a quarterback for fantasy.
He didn't do good at all.
But I tell you what, you put him together with Herbert, you can win a championship according to Chico, but not according to AJ. I don't get that.
Well,
they both had Herbert and Love.
Oh,
yeah. It just depends on whose dick you're using, apparently.
That's right.
Speaking of dicks, Ninjas, you're up.
He does have restless shit face.
He does. We all say.
Oh, wait. No, I want this one. Hold on a second, Opie.
Dude, it's Jeff's 20-year-old poop.
And that's his team. You're welcome.
Yes.
Well, if he keeps Cook, who took another step forward for the Bills, that's a 3rd round, and that's a 3rd round pick, so that's a really good value. The rest of us say Lamar Jackson in the 4th, unless things change. I mean,
I'm based on they're going to change, so I didn't take him.
So, and that's the thing. You totally did what Bear does. You're flip-flopping too.
Yeah.
That's a kill.
No, that's what we did. We both were flip-flopping all over.
If we keep it the same, it is. That's fine.
No,
again,
I
like
wouldn't
you
running
said,
back heavy, so I wouldn't. So
Yeah.
if I'm him, you're still drafting a running back in the fourth. I mean, so you got Cook late. You got to draft 2 more running backs ahead of a quarterback.
So you got
If
Cook,
the scoring
but-
stays
so
the
you got
same.
Cook at 3. You take a running back at 1, a receiver at 2, another running back at 4.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Or you go first 3 rounds of running back.
Or if a Brock Bowers is out there, which you won't be probably, but if he's out
Right.
there, you grab him
Right.
up.
Yeah. Before you grab a quarterback.
I will say Lamar was one of the only players over 500.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
I'm just saying.
I want
you
draft.
hate him.
You
God,
just
you
don't
hate
like Lamar Jackson.
I do not like Lamar. But again, I was going running back heavy.
Yeah, this is a different season for Lamar because if you think about it,
Derrick Henry's
he
going to slow
always
his numbers
starts
down.
out. Yeah, absolutely. But Lamar always starts
Wait,
out first
okay,
8-9
whoa,
weeks.
wait. Let's walk that back a little bit. You just said Lamar's gonna be. They were 2-3, 517, 508. Last year, Lamar was 394. He had way better year.
Last year.
394 in 2023.
This year.
2024, he had 517. So,
Oh, okay.
so with
He had a
Derrick
killer
Henry,
year.
he got better.
I figured he'd take some of his touchdowns away.
That's what we thought too, but actually, I think Derrick Henry took Mark Andrews' touchdowns away. But he still didn't do bad touchdown-wise either. So,
No, he just took him 7 games to get going.
Well, the biggest part
Well,
for this year,
he
though,
is
I don't know if you
overweight.
can look back on it last year, Opie, but I thought Lamar missed, not missed, but like the first 8 weeks of the season last year, Lamar was, because I remember Hammer, we were doing our workouts in the morning, he just talking how great Lamar is and what great a pick it was because he was scoring out of his ass. But like week 9 or 10 came around,
And
and
it fell apart.
dude, he fell apart. It screwed everybody in the playoffs, the whole 9 yards.
Mhm.
So this
No,
year
that's
it
true.
was a complete year for him.
Yeah.
He had 2 weeks. He had 5 touchdowns. He had 2 more. We had 4. These are passing touchdowns, not just rushing.
yeah. So
Pretty good weeks.
I think it's just made it. I mean, the numbers prove it.
You
He's
guys should trade for him.
Fuck that.
yeah, you
Trade
should.
Tomlin for him.
I would.
Yeah. Wow. I'm shocked. That's the most shocking thing I think you've ever said on this show. You've said a lot of shocking
You said some
things.
Yeah. I didn't want Tomlin gone.
So next up, speaking of gone, we can't get rid of this guy, but we love him. Robbo with
Do we?
his.
Do we love him? Or do
Well,
we tolerate him? Do we love him or do we tolerate him? Which is it?
I think we tolerate the love that we have for him.
Okay. Well, we could go like
Go fuck yourself, Rob.
there's that.
Yeah, there's that. CMC number 1 first
I don't-
round. You know what?
I don't know.
I can't argue.
You can't
so
not do
hard
it. That's
against
the problem with him.
or for. I'm writing just down the center of it going.
Well, here's the thing. There's no chance in fucking hell I keep CMC next year. Well, I probably would because he's pissed me off enough. But anyway, if I'm
You
Rob,
have to. It's in the bylaws.
he traded his whole fucking team to get him.
Yes, he did.
His
He did.
idea is that CMC will be back and he'll be on fiber.
I don't think he's back, but I don't
Yeah,
think he's
that-
going to be good. But you can't not do it.
Right.
You can't be the guy that gives him up and he goes off. You know
Well,
what I mean? If you
and
don't
you
think
can't
there's a thread
You can't be the guy who gave up your whole fucking team for him
and then dropped him.
and then dropped.
Yeah. Well, you could. That's Rob. But
That's
Yeah, you can. So, Barrett, I think he should keep Trey McBride at 5th. Really good tight end. Did not get touchdowns this year. That if he gets 4 more touchdowns, he's way up there in tight end hemisphere. So everything else he did was great. It just wasn't getting touchdowns.
he had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he did. He had more rushing touchdowns than receiving touchdowns. That's
Well, actually, he had the same. 2.
Oh yeah, he did get that 1 more. That's right. He did get 2. But it took him how long? Like week 17, his first
16.
one?
17 and 18.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's-
if it wasn't an
that's
18-week season, it would have been a rough one.
Yeah, that's just wild to me. Ryan AJ Grimbo triumvirate of intelligence, and I use the word loosely. They all say Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb did not show anything but that he is old, injured, and slow to me. He
and he
had
broke
a
his foot.
burst,
didn't he?
and then he got injured again. So why would you keep? That's not a 7th round. I would not keep him I
I'm
wouldn't
thinking
even
it's-
draft him.
I don't want to put words in these guys' mouths, but I really think it's based on the same thing. He traded for Nick Chubb to protect him. I think if he thinks if he keeps those two guys and he drafts Larry Zonka in the first round, he's set.
He's good.
Well, 7 years ago, Chubb and CMC, that's the shit.
That's the shit.
That is the
Dude,
shit.
that's like having fucking Derrick Henry and Bijan, like Chico's guy.
But you also got Rob also brings a magazine to the draft. Still.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
Robin
but did you ever
Chico.
look inside?
So
it's
it's
not football.
Porn. All porn. Big black ladies. That's what he likes.
Wow.
that's okay. Whatever he likes, it's okay. But
The BB. What?
for Chubb in that later round, if he's gonna play, and
Second is
we keep
not-
the scoring the same,
He's not going to play. I'm telling you. Plays it's 3 games, and everybody say, "Oh, look, he's got burst," and then he'll burst another leg open.
Okay, but hold on.
that's the same with
Hold
CMC
on.
though.
We got to think of this from Rob's standpoint. If I take CMC and Chubb, and
Mhm.
one or both of them get hurt, I have an excuse for being bad for 32 years.
Yeah. If he keeps them both, well,
I mean-
So he's steering into the skid of
Fucking right.
horrendousness.
I know I'm going to lose. Let's make excuses happen.
yeah.
It's
Wow.
opiates. I stepped in a hole. The sun got my eyes. All that shit coming together into one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's premeditated is all. That's the difference.
Wow. That's wild to me. But yeah,
Fucking good. Good for him.
you're good for him. And lastly, the stormtroopers.
Hey, real quick before we move
yeah.
on, if Tennessee gets a good quarterback, and I know I'm kind of alone on this guy, but 16th round Nick Westbrook, is he worth it as opposed to Chubb?
Not yet.
Not to protect because he won't be drafted early.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Even
you
at
can
16,
still
He's gonna
get
be
him.
he's gonna be a sleeper.
Yeah,
He-
you'll still be able to get him later.
You'll still be able to get him in that.
What round you
eight,
guys
nine-
got him tagged at?
8th, 9th.
Yeah, but that puts
Yeah.
it at half the value, right?
Well, it depends on PPR. If it's PPR,
Well, true.
then
But I still
But he
think
didn't have a
maybe.
whole lot of receptions.
he was good for a touchdown every game.
no,
Yeah.
he reminds me of Devonta Smith.
So is that going to be a fluke? So I don't think he's
Well,
protected.
I don't know.
Because I think he's a guy you pick up as a backup and
Yeah.
you hope for gold.
Or
And
or
see
you
what
think
happens.
that he's going to be so good that you get him in the 5th or 6th round and go, "Yep, nope, this is my boy. I'm going to do it."
Well, see, I
And-
think that's kind of
Who's he playing for now?
Tennessee.
No.
Well, they need a quarterback.
Well, it depends on
Depends on who they
yeah.
get. Right?
Because if they get a decent quarterback, he's going to be high. I just tell you right now, he's going to be high on my list next year. Between now and then, Grimo ain't going to remember it. Opie's the only one I got to worry about.
I'll remember.
But Opie will go, oh, Bear likes him, which means he's going to get hurt. So it doesn't matter. So
he's your funches.
Oh no, I have my bear list. I already marked him on there.
I am not taking him in the 3rd or 4th round. I'm talking like a
You're going to have a gummy. You're going to take him in the
wide
3rd
receiver
round.
2 is what I'm thinking, which
No,
As early as 6th
no
round.
more gummies.
You're going to
No.
jump. You're going to panic in the 4th round. You're going to get paranoid from the gummy.
Dude,
And you're I got to get him now.
Dude,
I got to get him now.
I'm gonna hear Grimbo and Opie going, "Hey man, what do you think about Nick Westbrook?" and I'll be not paying attention but listening, going, "Oh fuck, I better jump on him." Grab him up, they're like, Barrett's a Barrett's the 2nd round. I'm like, what? You're saying?
That's what happened to
gonna happen.
Etienne with me. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
but remember this podcast.
You guys cracked up about Funchess, but you remember I took Nelson Aguilar the following round.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
you
both
did.
sucked.
But Funches was more fun. He just said the name
Aguilar
for it.
can't play in a league for at least a minute. So
Yeah,
that's
he
something.
returned kicks. I mean, yay.
Yeah. Yay. All right. Well, stormtroopers are last, and
Yes, they
they
are.
should keep they should keep Tracy. Most of us say in the 16th, except for Bear. Bear, I'm going to get back to you because you got a little something going there that I'm really interested in. And so does Ryan too. AJ says keep Walker in the 3rd. I don't know yet. I don't even know. I don't know what they're going to do with Walker. I don't know if they're going to try to do a Lions. If they try to do what the Lions are doing, then Walker and Charbonnet are going to have the same value together, not as good as them. So they'll be 4th and 5th round and 6th rounds. You know, they're not going to be that high. So I don't think 3 for Walker. I think Brees Hall is probably the better play if we're keeping running backs overall for the first.
Yeah, I don't
but-
like Walker in a 3rd right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's too early.
It's
Still.
Charbonnet's stealing carries. Walker has shown.
Well,
to be
Charbonnet
injury
looked like
prone.
the better back.
Well,
overall.
I don't think
He
Walker
made
was
the
healthy
offensive
all
line look
year.
different.
I think they
Yeah.
brought him back too soon. They should.
Yeah, I think they should have just let him be hurt.
I think you're right too. But even when he was healthy, he didn't look as he had some spurts, but Charbonnet made the line look better at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So but if you can get everything you can out of both of them and work it right, I think that's better for Seattle. Not going to be as great for fantasy, but that's why I don't think a third. You there have Jamar.
I skipped right over the fact that fucking Tyrone Tracy was on his team, so I'd like to change mine.
Okay. Okay, so I'll go.
But I'm taking-
Ryan went
but I'm
with
taking-
Tracy 16, Nick's with 15 because Nick's a drop back.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna do it the other way around though. I think Tracy in the 15th and
Okay.
Nick's in the 16th.
That seems
Not
smarter.
that it just
That
matters,
seems
but
so
I
much
mean,
smarter.
so he could get Jamar back in the first. The only reason I took Chase honestly was because he truly was the number one receiver this year,
Yeah.
Triple Crown winner, and Burrow. He just throws to the guy, and this had nothing to do actually even with PPR. Now I will say that if PPR comes into play, your kid's got a decision to make there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he does. I think it's Chase and Tracy, and he let Hall go.
Let Nick's go and Hall go, and
Yeah, my opinion. I mean, if we
I
don't
think
PPR
he's
for
going to book.
receivers-
I think if we go
because
PPR, he's
Tracy's
going to
nothing
book
but
him.
upside,
Yeah.
right?
Well, Tracy had a really, really good year for a guy who didn't play quite a bit at the beginning of the season.
That's what I mean.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
We've seen
Yeah.
that. He's Rico Dowdle.
With the exception of that, he is actually now their running back of the future.
Yeah.
They didn't know they had their running back of
And
the
it-
future until they
Yeah,
got him.
Donald's
And that
gonna
leaves
lead
him as second
those
and third to get
statistics.
good other other running backs.
Yeah.
And then Nick's will drop. I mean, I like Nick's a lot, but he's not a.
But your kid doesn't keep number one picks very often either.
Not very
No.
often, no.
He likes to see what's out there, but it depends on what the scoring is going to do. I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a PPR, Chase, he's got to.
It's hard to let the number one fucking receiver go and then add
Yeah.
PPR.
Not when you get Tracy in the 16th for nothing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you got all day to draft another two running backs or another running back, wide receiver, and
Yeah.
you got your second and third to pick up other guys.
You know the hard part about this, Hope? The hard part about
I wouldn't go Hall though. I wouldn't go
No, I
Chase
don't like
and Hall.
Brees Hall at all. Dude, Brees Hall was, what round was he? First round?
First round.
Oh yeah, you're
No way.
right. I forgot about it.
No.
I mean, if we change the scoring, I don't keep him. If the scoring stays the same, I keep him.
Hall?
That's what I was going
Yeah.
off of. Was
Yeah.
keeping if the
Yeah.
score stays the same.
If we don't do PPR and running backs stay the same, you got to keep Hall and Tracy.
I don't think you keep Hall anyway.
I do.
Not the first round.
Yeah.
Because
Who else is going to be out there?
Well, he's late in the first round.
who's going to be
again,
a fucking quarterback for that team?
Doesn't
I
matter.
mean, he was pretty garbage.
Not the way the points are. It doesn't matter.
But he's also
Dude, he was
late
running
in
back
the first
19.
round.
That's okay. But they had Aaron
But he's gonna
Rodgers,
be-
who's
but
I got to
again-
throw the ball.
If we're keeping
Well-
running backs, if we're keeping everything the same, Brees Hall at where he's going to pick in the first round is going to be the best guy available.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, but don't you?
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you got to keep Hall in that. If
you drop him, and if somebody decides
you'll lose Hall because he's drafting too late, you'll never get it. You won't get him.
there won't be anything better out there, and no chance in hell.
No, I don't think so. Not for running back.
I think it'll be hard to get him back. I think somebody like the Anacondas would take him. And
I
go
think he had
go with Hall.
Anybody
go
would
with
snap him
Hall,
up.
A Chain, and Mixon. 1, 2, 3. He would just freaking roll off with it.
Oh, why wouldn't you? I would. Fuck yeah.
Dude, I'm a Brees Hall fan, and he had a terrible year on a team that, yes, they were awful, and Aaron Rodgers was part of it. But unless they go out and pick up a hell of a quarterback, it ain't going to change anything. They're
I
going to
think it
stack
will.
the line and beat the shit out of them. Their
No.
offensive line was so-so.
No, so you get an offensive guy. I think if they get a decent quarterback, Rodgers was forcing throwing the ball because that's what he does. He
Okay,
wanted to
so
say, "I'm Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to throw
this-
to Devontae Adams every chance."
And this conversation, January 15th, is so different on August 15th.
Oh,
August 15th, we know
Yeah.
who the coach is. That's going to make a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Do they
This is all
do they go
speculation.
get an
That's the
offensive
idea.
quote? If they get an offensive, maybe they woo the shit out of Ben Johnson and they send a
Bite
bunch
your
of New York
fucking
horrors.
tongue.
I'm just saying. I know. I'm just saying. Best
lot of
case
hookers and
scenario, there's a lot of hookers and coke, but maybe that's what he likes. And so he goes to the Jets, and guys follow a guy like him. Offensive lineman, now they're getting the best offensive lineman money can buy. Now they got a quarterback, and now their offense is good. Brees Hall.
Even if you have a decent quarterback that can check down, Hall's a great receiver too.
Yeah, if Brees Hall becomes Jamar Gibbs.
Yeah, he does. Jameer Gibbs,
And
you know.
so, but with our scoring, Brees Hall is still at that point with everybody else that would be gone. I would think that's the best available.
Well,
So why not just keep him?
I guess, but there's also stats that prove you guys wrong. I mean, we talked Saquon's going to be kept, Henry's going to be kept, Gibbs, Bijan, Jacobs, JT, Kyron, Cook, Chuba. James Conner beat him out last year. Nobody likes him.
And most
beat him out last
of those
year.
guys are going to regress.
Mixon's going to be protected. A-Chain's a maybe. Bucky Irvin is going to be protected. You got Aaron Jones, Chase Brown, Kamara, Pollard. Opie just said him. Rico fucking Dowdle beat him this year.
Yeah. But I blame that
Just
on Aaron
don't-
Rodgers.
I mean-
I'm not high on him, but I don't think you get a better quality running back at the number one
with the ceiling.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird because I remember August of last year, me and AJ were basically having this argument. I was actually right this time. I have no idea. This,
no,
this- this-
No, I get you.
Last time I was right, but I mean,
I'm not a Hall fan, but I think I think he's the best pick there. I'm not. I got.
I'm not that big of a
Braylon
fan of
Allen
him.
He's never done good for.
Braylon Allen took
Yeah.
carries from it, and that offense will never be a fucking offense until they get a true offensive coach in there.
But I think the whole reason for his drop this year was because of Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think so. I think there was more to it. I think Aaron Rodgers played a big part of it.
Yeah.
But Braylon Allen was taking carries away from him
Yeah.
for several reasons. He played hurt quite a bit this year. I'll give him that. I mean, he tried,
Yeah.
but he came off the field quite a bit because of it. I think next year it's more going to be a split carry system, and if they bring in another defensive coach, which I'm pretty sure that's the route they're looking at, it's going to work out bad for him again.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from him till third round.
I don't want him,
Okay,
but I'd keep him.
Now, a caveat to that, too, then is if they bring in a defensive head coach, but they get what's his name, the old Denver coach's son. Shoot, not Schottenheimer.
Fox?
No, so you remember Denver when they won the Super Bowls with Elway? Who was the coaches? Gosh darn it.
Wasn't that John Fox?
No.
Yeah,
The older than that. With Elway.
Oh, so with Elway? Shanahan?
Shanahan.
Yeah, that was right.
So yeah, Shanahan. So if they get the Shanahan son who basically likes to run the ball.
49ers?
Yeah.
I don't know if the 49ers are looking to. I know there's talk about him being traded.
See, I thought that was the case.
So there's talk about him being traded, but I think he's going to cost more than what teams will give up.
I'll give up Tomlin.
Straight trade?
Straight trade.
Because there's talk about the Bears going to get him and try to trade for him, but
Yeah, well, I would throw a draft pick in for him.
would you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mighty nice. Yeah.
Wow,
Give him a third rounder.
you're generous.
Yeah.
Generous dude. Okay.
Can you imagine Tomlin in Denver where he doesn't get quite
San
much?
Francisco.
Oh, Frisco. Oh, yeah, with Shanahan. Sorry, I was thinking Denver.
No,
Yeah,
but still.
he might work out good in Frisco.
I think he would. They're used to just getting playoffs and going out too. So
Actually, they could use a defensive coach because that defense should have played a lot better last year.
yeah, they were disappointed.
Last year they were really good.
Yeah, this year they sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did lose a lot of guys in free agency too. So
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, true. They still had a good team though.
Oh, they're still pretty solid.
You
If they
lock it up
were
with-
generally healthy the whole year, they would have competed for the division definitely.
when you got Bosa and Fred Warner fucking anchoring that team, you ain't got to put a whole lot around it. And their secondary was beat up a little bit. I'll give them that, but
Yeah, and that's where it is. It's just got to figure out where their holes are for defense and pair them up. Figure out where their holes are.
figure out the hole, and then you fill that hole as much as you can.
Yeah, just driving in there. All right. Speaking
More
of
of a
holes,
stud, though.
last week's picks, Aaron and I, man, we didn't have that many holes. 5-1, buddy. We did pretty
We're
darn
good.
good.
We're really good
And-
at things we do.
And of course, I was the type of idiot to go, you know what? I think I'm done betting. And I'm like, I should bet I know the first 5 games. I I know those are going to go the way they should. The way I picked them. I should just fucking bet them. I did not. I didn't bet them. I should have parlayed them. I could have won a little bit of coin. And now I'm not going to bet because I know I'll fuck it up this week.
Yeah, I quit
So-
laying bets. Week 18 when I lost. I don't remember what number it was, 5 or 6 bets because I bet the fucking Packers would beat the
Oh, yeah.
Bears. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
this isn't
fair.
my year for this
Yeah.
either. So
Bears
I did
are
one
like, "Hey,
parlay
Bear."
on. I did one sleeper parlay. That was it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so I should have done that. But you and we went 5-1. I missed Vikings. You missed Chargers. Ryan AJ went 4-2. Grimbo went 3-3, which for you that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
well, I don't know. Grimbo
I was at home.
dominated. You dominated NFL most of the year. It's just as soon as we throw the Steelers in there, you just kill.
I'm not going to bet
every
against him.
time.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to. I'm not going to pick against him.
See, there's your heart in your head, man. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I can always go with my heart.
Yeah. I will say the 2 games that we lost
It's got a lot of tacos
Vikings.
in it.
Yeah, I know.
were the 2 biggest blowouts, which is kind of funny.
Chargers really
Yeah.
surprised me. I thought they'd show up a lot better.
So did I. I mean, I didn't expect much out of her.
So you know what? It was your fault,
pick
man.
6 is not what I was expecting.
No.
Where it was your fault. Remember you said, "Oh, Harbaugh's he knows how to coach. He's got it."
Yeah.
He must have heard it and said, "Fuck you, Bear. Don't tell me I know
I
how
do
to
not
coach.
know how to
I'll
coach.
show you."
I am a terrible coach. I
I'm-
left Michigan for a reason.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh shit. All right. So this week's picks sure to go right are going to be because it's the divisional round in the NFL.
Oh, I gotta push the.
I know. I went really slow. I tried.
Not slow enough. I can't. I have no idea where this fucker's at. Give me a second. You see it? Oh, wait.
No. She did it.
Classic NFL rivalry is renewed. These 2 teams do not like each other, and you gotta love that.
Rivals, us versus them, survival. We must win, it's tribal. My team like Ken, by any means necessary. Head to head with adversaries. Nothing is given, so we gotta take it. It's 4th and inches, so we gotta make it. Can you feel it?
What a catch! To the end zone, got it! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Oh yeah.
There,
Called
see, I
it.
found it.
You found the spot, buddy.
You
Nice.
pushed the button.
I pushed. I button pushed.
Button
So AJ and
push.
Ryan didn't do the picks.
Ryan didn't do picks.
Doesn't look like it did.
Oh.
They're all wrong if they did. AJ
Nope,
and
neither of
Ryan.
them did it.
Yeah.
Those dipshits did not do their stuff.
That's what had me
Well, we'll get them
confused.
from him later,
Yeah.
like we did
Yeah.
with yours. But
'Cause they got
I guess
some-
that's less to talk about.
Yeah.
Little bastards.
That's okay. Well, first game is Texans are going into Kansas City. It's going to be a little cold. It might be a little snow. None of us are picking the Texans. It's all going to be Chiefs. It's just, again, you can't give Andy Reid a bye week. Every time he comes off a bye week, he's bigger, stronger, and eats more ribs. That's what he does.
What you got to what you got to
Which
hope
game?
here, hope is the Texans beat them up pretty good.
And that's the thing. Maybe Joe Mixon could just find the last game of fuel, tackling fuel, and just run all over him, and then step up Pacheco's dick on the sideline, and then punch Mahomes in the throat while he goes by, and something like that. Just like you remember that scene from the Adam Sandler football movie when they get the
Longest Yard.
Longest
the
Yard?
Longest Yard, yeah, the remake, and they did it in the regular one too, where they blew the whistle and all of a sudden they just start beating the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
You want Texans to be the convicts right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you do. You do.
I think the Texans are cocky enough after that. I mean, they came out and exploded last week.
They did. They made him look silly.
And the Chiefs are a different animal, and it's Andy Reid, and you're 100% right. Chiefs are going to win this game. But I think they're cocky enough to go out there and knock Mahomes on his ass enough.
Yeah.
And possibly, not going to lie, a couple cheap shots here and there that'll get people thrown out of the game, but they figure probably it's their last game anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's, you know,
that's what you're hoping for.
Yeah.
You just got to wonder, what kind of mentality. And you can't, I don't know if you can go in there cocky. I don't think that's how you would do it. I think the Raiders, when they went in there a couple of years ago and won, I think they just went in there and said, fuck it, we have nothing to lose.
Well, I think it's cocky aggression is what you're doing. I think it's I don't think you're throwing it in their face. I think it's more that you're sitting there and you're literally okay, Opie, I'm gonna put it in your perspective. You walk up to bat against a guy who has struck out the last 17 fucking batters, and you'll walk up there and say, "You're not getting one past me. I'm gonna fuck you up." Right? That was your mentality as a hitter.
Sure.
That's what I think the defensive mentality is going to be for Houston.
No, and really, it really is, because again, that's it. You know, you have nobody, even people in Houston are like, well, we had a really good year, and if we wouldn't have lost Diggs, maybe we'd stand a chance, and that's what they're saying. And if Tank Dell didn't explode, and I didn't realize Tank Dell's his history of getting injured on and off the field is really not good.
Yeah,
I don't know if he comes back from that knee, man.
I don't know. I really worry about it. He's had a lot of
fucked up
bad injuries.
Even if he has surgery,
dude. Anytime
it's mid-season.
Okay, if ESPN says we're not going to show this because of it's gruesome, then it's like, okay, it's probably pretty bad. If Fox does it because they live off of shock and all,
they kept showing the one
where, oh my God, did a
well,
baby come out of his fucking leg or what happened there? You know?
Yeah, they might have. Oh, I thought that was an alien. Just
it was a badass hit. It
was
fucking painful.
Yeah. Oh no, dude. I watched him about Pewd. I don't do well with those things.
It was bad.
Like if they would have sawed his arm off, I'd be like, damn, that's nasty. But dude, when your shit just bent
the wrong way,
no, my legs have actually done that, so I don't like that.
Yeah.
So.
Mine are too chubby to bend that way.
Yeah. The only way that they win is if they knock Mahomes out early. If they can knock Mahomes out, they can win.
See, Opie, I'm just like you. Your legs bend that way. This morning I played basketball with Dave, and I picked up the basketball and hurt my back.
Just picking it up?
It's on the ground.
Yeah.
It's a long ways. All of a sudden I went, ow!
I'm done.
Fuck.
I'm going to stay on for a little bit.
I hit a couple more shots, got beaten free throws, and left.
Wow. Yeah, that's
like
a definition of old. Yeah,
it's just like getting your ACL torn. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same
exact same thing.
No, mine are good now. They're all from other pieces and parts of every other person and people. All right. Probably I'd say the top anticipated game. Ravens going to the Bills. Two dynamic offenses. Two defenses that probably should be good and play better. Will they show up? It's going to be hard. This is just one of those where it could be 47-46 or it could be 27-26. We don't know how it's going to end up going, but it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, that's going to be. I think that's the thing. The weather's going to be interesting, but I don't think it's going to be that bad.
No,
the Ravens in Baltimore they see bad weather too, so I don't think they're going to have the advantage they think they're going to have on the weather side.
I don't think the weather's going to be.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the difference is the Bills are a little bit more talented team. Now, the one thing is if I don't know if it's supposed to snow at all. We can look up. You had second look up the forecast, but if the snow hits the ground, who's your better running back, James Cook or Derrick Henry? In my opinion, it's Derrick Henry because he's more north-south. James Cook is more east-west.
He's more of a cut guy trying to miss.
Trying to turn the field. It's tougher in snow. But he's also done it for quite a while, so he might be good at it. We don't really know that well, but
Lamar's a better running quarterback.
Yes, yeah.
They play on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Rain. and snow in the morning, becoming all snow in the afternoon, high 38, 86% chance. So there will be precipitation. That is not good for Lamar Jackson.
But it's better for Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
His yards go up in the snow.
He just
Is
he
he
plays
getting-
north-south.
Yeah.
He's not a guy who's got to make a bunch of cuts. He's going to put his shoulder down to break a hole open. That's what he's going to do. He's too big of a guy not to do it that way.
I think the Bills got too much
I
momentum going.
I still think the Bills win the game. Don't get me wrong. Let's look. It's the Ravens.
When is
They
Lamar
find-
going to choke, though?
Well,
At what point will Lamar just go and do that?
The Ravens find ways to lose in the playoffs.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes your life easier,
Yeah,
right? I
it
mean,
does.
if-
they're always around ahead of us,
Yeah.
but you know.
and let's be honest, does the NFL? What does the NFL want? They want Bills versus Chiefs in that last game.
Yeah, they do.
Isn't it
They do.
simple? And they're going to call that the Super Bowl essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope, you're right. But yeah, like you said, I think it does come down to that the Bills are just a little more talented overall. And as hungry
Ravens, though,
goes,
Ryan did make his picks.
Yep, Ryan
He just
did
made him now?
make his
Just
picks.
now. Yeah.
So the three of us went with the Bills, but Ryan goes with the Ravens because he likes Derrick Henry. That's all I
And
got. That's what I
and
think.
AJ thinks the Chiefs are going to win.
He thinks they're going to come there after they beat the
After
Texans.
they beat
They're going to come in and beat
Wow,
both of
that's
them.
right
a
into
hell of a
Buffalo.
And
community.
beat them both.
beat about. You guys pick your best players. We get the refs.
Yep.
Wow. It's like
We got you.
it's like a
We're gonna
prison
win.
fight where the big guy's just
Yeah.
waiting for the two other small guys to beat each other up, and then he takes the last piece of meat left.
Damn
Right.
right.
Good job, Ryan.
Oh,
AJ,
you all right,
no.
Pumpkin?
That's it.
No, her
So going to the NFC side, number 2 Eagles, who looked like they were just like playing with their food last week. Did it with the Packers, like a cat with a mouse that's almost dead and they just didn't want to kill it yet and just slapping around because they kind of like they look like
Barkley
any point
wants
they
a
could
Super Bowl.
destroy them.
I thought
Yeah,
I saw it differently. I agree with you on the Barkley side. I don't know. Hurts looks disinterested.
No, Barkley wants a
Yeah.
fucking. He's going to pick that whole team up and say, "Follow me. We're going to win this thing."
I hope you're right because I do not want to see the Rams win this game.
They're not going to. The Barkley's just.
Well,
He's an
everything we
animal.
talk about, West Coast team go to East Coast. That's not
Yeah.
good. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter what
fair.
time to play. Warm weather team playing in cold ass weather. That's going to happen. Environment is ridiculous. I mean, when you have fans who your own team is kicking out because they are it is if you're a Philly fan, you got kicked out by Philadelphia Eagles personnel. That means you overstepped a lot of boundaries.
You almost
You are-
killed somebody.
You're
Yeah.
the biggest piece of shit in the world. And
Well,
because
that guy
I'm
just
sorry,
yelled at
most
that
of those
chick
people are
from Green
biggest
Bay.
pieces of
Get
shit.
over it.
Yeah.
That's why he got banned, right?
For
Yeah, it
life
was.
from
Oh,
everyone.
he'll be
at
back.
that
He'll be
fucking
back
stadium.
He'll be back next
Yeah.
year with a
Fuck, he'll
fucking
probably be
fake
back this year.
mustache.
In a different seat with a mustache
Yeah,
or beard or something
Mustache
going on.
yeah. Oh, look, the Ayatollah Khomeini's here today. Yeah. He was like, oi.
Wait.
So, but I just don't. The only thing I can see the Rams pulling this out because their young defense doesn't give a fuck. And like you said with Hurts, he can look disinterested. And they just start throwing him around like a rag doll. And then the Rams offense just keep doing no huddle and run Philly into the ground. Because Phillies are hurt on the defense side too. They lost their main linebacker, even though Vaughn is really good. Bears, by the way, next year. Zach Vaughn. That's my
that'd be
sleeper.
nice.
That's my sleeper signing for them. I want that to happen. I mean, I'd rather have Seattle. I want him in Seattle better, but I just see him. He looks like a Bears linebacker to me. But go ahead.
The
Dad. You were saying?
what I like about the Rams, to make that argument is one, like you said, young defense. They fly all over the fucking place. I like Stafford in a situation like this. There's not too many quarterbacks I go, God, that's going to be a rough one for him. I think Stafford lives for this shit, to be flat honest with you. And he's got all his targets there. Everybody's back. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's feeling good. He's got the running game with Kyron. And it's too bad Blake Corum got hurt. I don't know how bad that injury was because that was a
Didn't look
nice
great.
little help
Yeah.
there. But the other thing, I think this is why I picked actually the Rams. Sirianni is a pretty decent coach, but McVay's a really good coach.
McVay is a good
It
coach.
is.
And I
And,
think
Ryan
I think
picked the
McVay
Rams
is,
too, yeah.
and I think McVay's that guy that's going to go, you know what? We may not score one fucking point on offense, but our special teams is going to put up 21 because we're going to run special plays to score touchdowns with them, or or at least get them downfield, or the fake punt, the fake field goal, the
Field position.
do the field position right, the whole 9 yards. I think that's where McVay's going to beat Sirianni. I think I like Sirianni as a coach, but he reminds me too much of what's his name from Green Bay, the coach there. Just a whiny little fucker. Just coach your team. Stop all the whining bullshit. I mean, everybody talks to the referees. Every coach does.
Yeah.
But don't just. It's
yeah,
it's
all
like
the
Will,
time.
It's like Rob Riggle said to Will Ferrell. You got the face. I just want to fucking punch.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do about it? No. I just want to punch it. So I don't think he's ready for this kind of situation yet. But we'll see. I mean, never know. But I think McVay's just going to outcoach him.
You want me to fluff you up a little there, buddy?
Would you?
Matthew Stafford has one of the best cold weather stats of any quarterback that's playing in the league right now.
Really? But he was in Detroit for all that time, so that was a dome.
So playing, when they played in Chicago and they played in Green Bay and things like that. Yeah, so
Minnesota. Well, that was a dome.
Minnesota dome.
It averages about 285 passing yards in cold weather. So I was going to say maybe the cold weather thing is going to get him, but
well, part of that
doesn't seem to affect him.
Part of it is, are your receivers okay? Is Puka going to be okay in cold weather?
Okay. He's not going to be okay.
I'm guessing he's not going to like it.
Yeah,
Cooper will be.
There's other talent.
I don't know.
He's
Cooper Cup's pretty old. Cold weather might not be good for his lumbago.
His bones, his fucking brittle bones.
Yeah, no.
So I really think that is the second best game of the week is going to be the Rams Eagles. It could be just a knockdown drag out, or the Rams could just blow up and they get 40 penalties against them, and the Eagles just walk away with it. And
I think it's going to be the Eagles playing field position and just run the fuck out of Barkley, even if Hurts is just interested.
And that's
Barkley's
the thing. I think the Rams are going to have a hard time doing is stopping him, because they don't really have that great linebacker like a Wagner or a Bond or somebody who just can plug the middle, or Roquan.
Rosewood's pretty good.
This one's good. No, I think he's going to be excellent. From starting off being a special teams guy, I think he's got a really good future. But I just don't. That's just Saquon Barkley's. That's a different type of animal.
You're looking for linebackers. Byron Young, he's outside, so he's rushing sometimes. But Omar Spites, Roseboom, Jared Verse is a stud too, but he's also a guy who goes after the quarterback.
Yeah, he's a defensive end. They say outside linebacker. He's defensive end. So yeah.
Kello Witherspoon is a good corner that gets a lot of tackles, but it's like you said, Opie. It's a young defense. It's a defense that can fucking do the job. If the light doesn't get too bright for them, they're gonna be really good. So
and they can't go in and look at the Philly fans and just have them fucking pucker up. As soon as they pucker up, they're done. Yeah. And then the Commanders at the Lions.
Poor Commanders.
I know, but I could also see
it's a good game though.
Where Jaden Daniels goes all RG3 and goes ape shit, and just freaking freaks out everybody and keeps it a close game. All of us are picking Lions, by the way. That's that's not a hard pick, because Lions at home, having a week off, they're gonna get Monty back. He could have played. They said he could have played last week if they played. So they're gonna be running at full engine, full go. That's tough for
I think it'll be high
scoring.
Defense. But I think it'll be
and the Commanders had to play last week.
48-31.
Yeah, they had to play on the road last week at Tampa, pull one out. That's emotional and everything. It's hard to bounce back.
I think the Commanders will give them a game. It's just not going to be a real close game. I just don't think they're ready.
I think it's going to be closer than we think, but I think what my personal opinion is, I think that it's a close game up until the Lions take the ball down with a couple minutes left and either score a touchdown or a field goal to put a 2-possession game out. And
drag it out.
But
it's like 14-point lead at that point, or 17 or something like that.
The Lions don't have a fantastic defense.
Their secondary is bad.
Yeah.
And Aiden Hutchinson not being there has been a bad thing for them.
So, but they still played well. for not
Oh, yeah.
having.
I don't remember the guy who took his spot on the one side, but he's done a great job.
That coach has done a great job.
But he's just no Aiden Hutchinson, right? So
yeah,
I think, and I said this last week when we first talked playoffs. The Washington Commanders scare me more than any of the other teams out there that are relatively, the young, the lower ranked teams.
When you got a quarterback who could run for 150 yards and then throw for 200 and 180 of that goes to Terry McLaurin.
Well, and let's not forget defense that after week 7 was the 9th ranked defense in football. I mean, they were bad for the first 7 weeks, and then I don't remember if it was health or what it was. But something clicked, and they became a really good defense. And they're young and they're fast. So
and their coach is a defensive coach, by the way, their head coach.
Yes, it was Dan Quinn. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I don't think that actually could hurt him as much as anything. As much as Campbell drives me nuts, Dan Quinn could hurt a team as much as anybody. But
who else is going to miss Dan, with the Lions coach? His nose not running in the cold. Anytime he's out in the cold, he's got snot pouring out all the fucking time. So he's gonna be inside, and he'll be the snot will be at a low level, which I'm a little disappointed.
Going off what Grim said about the blowout, I think next week when we go to talk about these, because we're starting to get towards the end of this now, when we talk about these next week, we're going, boy, the Lions had a good game, but why did they not kick those 2 field goals? They could have blown it out early.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
gonna be.
Yeah, 4th and 4 from their own 44 on the first drive. Oh no, 34. They'll be at the 34-yard line, 51-yard
their
line.
ego can get. They could get in their way of themselves.
Well, that's my problem with Campbell. He got past that for most of the year, and then all of a sudden, the last couple weeks of the season, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
True colors.
Yeah.
Like, he broke back Mountain did. He's like, I can't quit you.
Whoever had his leash on lost it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They had some guy in the back that was holding him back.
Well, he finally shoots through it. He's like, yeah.
A big enough guy.
He just ate him.
Guy behind it going, you got to kick it. And Campbell turned out. Done. All right, we ain't kicking shit. Get out there. All right, well, we just gave him the ball at the 8-yard line. Good for you.
Yeah, no, the dumbness of it all, yeah. That's the thing about him still being in the playoffs. Is you gotta wait. You're gonna watch. If you're not gonna watch these games for anything else, watch it to see where Dan Campbell fucks something up.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Of all the things,
and watch his team turn around and make up for it and fix it.
Yeah, that's
okay, Coach. We got you.
Yeah, they've been able to do that this year, but it's harder in the playoffs to do that.
It could get in their way. It could get in their way. The playoffs, everybody's amped up. It's a different animal.
Different animal. Playoff football, like any other playoff, is a different sport.
Yep.
It is. Do we want to talk about who we think AFC, NFC champion is, or we want to just leave that there?
Let's make it quick. We got it pretty much squared away.
Yeah.
It's up for AJ's.
Yeah, Opie say Chiefs. Ryan says Ravens. Grimble says Bills, AFC Chomps. Lions, all of us just say Lions, except for AJ, who thinks the 49ers are going to make it back in the playoffs again.
Honestly, that's something we didn't think about. We never thought about the 49ers making it.
CMC said he could play in the playoffs, so the NFL said,
he got the
sure, let's see it. You'll get better. Oh, my God. Good work.
He's going to come out next year. His calves are going to be as big as Derrick Henry's thighs.
And they're going to be black for some reason.
Yeah. Makes them faster.
Those poor Nigerians.
Yeah. Canadian Nigerians.
Yeah, Canadian Nigerians.
Thank you. I forgot.
Yeah, we got it.
We got it. See, full circle here, boys and girls. Full circle. Well,
hey, we're getting close. Though. We're getting close to wrapping shit down. We got what do we got? We got next week, which is
It'll be
into the
championship.
semi-pro, yeah. And then we go that week with the Super Bowl, which is a crazy week where we.
Well, no, remember it's a week off because the Pro Bowl.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll probably take that.
Yeah. We'll take a week off.
The Pro Bowl has been better last. I'd like the way they're doing it now.
It's more. Yeah, it is.
Why don't have a party at your house for that?
Because I don't really like it that much.
Wait, you like us? We're not saying make tacos.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll order pizza.
We might.
Yeah, fuck her.
When is it?
I don't know. The week before the Super Bowl?
Sunday before the Super Bowl. At some time then. And I think it's on ABC,
Sunday after poker?
Ooh.
Are we even doing? When are we doing pool?
February 1st.
Yeah, I think so.
So second.
But we're just sleep over.
We'll sleep there. Yeah.
We're just gonna sleep over. All right, that all planned out. All right, yeah. So next week we will talk about NFC, AFC championship games. We will talk about the brewery protected players.
Dude, that'll be a fun one. I hope those fuckers show up because
they need to show up.
We're all in the fucking brewery league, so 5 out of 12 teams are going to give an insight of what they're going to do.
Right.
So we're not supposed to put our own down, are we?
You absolutely can talk about your own if you feel comfortable with it.
No, but you don't want to put them on the list.
I'll put
I'll put mine on the list.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys right now what I'm doing.
Funchess
and Aguilar.
I thought you were going to go
back to back PPRs, baby. It's happening.
Westbrook Kine?
Yeah, Westbrook Kine. He's your boy,
though.
My boy.
I'm sniping him around before bear.
Yeah, I know you will.
All right, but that's what we'll be talking about next week. We'll be back with all that fun stuff. So then we will see you next week. And as we like to end the show, as always, we tell you to go
fuck
yourself,
Ryan,
AJ.
Thank you, Ryan. Yes, fucking time. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.